All right. And welcome, everybody. Happy Friday.
Hello.
Happy D&D.
Hello.
We have a smaller group tonight. And one thing to announce, I believe we are now down to 5 people, potentially 4 in the campaign. But we're going to make the best of it. Today, Tuesday is going to be a little bit late, and we are working on potentially moving either the time and or day that the campaign is played, depending on if there's a way to keep Tube in the game. But as of right now, tonight is going to be 4 people, and Tube is going to be just a bit late. He's got to eat dinner, and I know you guys out on the Pacific time zone are it's a little bit early for you. But we have a pretty good session tonight. I'm excited to see how everything plays out. We have the party has made it to Southport, one of the southern cities, as you could probably
But it's in
guess.
the north.
It's the south cities of the northern continent. You are now here in Southport, and let me zoom out to show the stream the size of this city, and this is only a portion of the city because it goes even further south. So zooming in all the way here, you can see right there Valor's little token. But you guys have just gotten off the boat onto the docks. You guys have made it onto the center platform, and you heard from the dockmaster that there is a tavern in this spot. So the red box here is the inn and tavern that you guys were asking about. It just happens to be right off the dock, and I'm sure there's a couple people that maybe have some information for you. But yeah, the party was planning on heading in there. You guys are more than welcome to change your mind. But as of right now, that is where we're at, Southport. You guys are either going to continue your search for the Cinder Blossom flower, or you are going to look for something else, go for something else, try and find something else to do. I mean, if you guys want a detour from helping the elves, by all means. The world is your oyster.
Rotten hell. What?
Is there a hell? At least
I don't
here.
know. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if you'll ever find out, Noeon.
Hey.
The devil. Well, we know that the Devil's Fire is found in the Everplains, in the middle of the northern shut up Mindz.
That's where hell is.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry.
I just had to read that out loud.
I had to read it verbatim.
Yeah. Do we have a way to keep it heated though? Yet.
No.
No,
Perhaps
we
we
do not
should-
have a way to keep it warm.
I mean, Dora, you
Perhaps-
could probably just like hold it real tight.
Just like rub
You're a
my
big
hands
boy.
together.
You're a big boy. Surely you're like a real guy.
Dorok Miyagi. Okay.
Mm.
Well,
So we can either go to the jungles on the eastern side. Of the
I thought we were
northern
told
continent.
that the jungles were like super dangerous and we should leave that for last.
No,
The
that's
Blackwood
the
Forest.
Hell Wasp. Blackwood
Oh, the Hell
Forest.
Yeah.
Wasp.
Mm-hmm. So we could go for the sky scale fruit nectar fruit. What? Is that
Sky
right?
scale. Sky
Fruit,
scale.
nectar,
It's
fruit.
nectar from the sky scale fruit. I was really just copy pasting everybody else's notes to put it in a big note.
Okay.
However you guys wrote it, I just copy pasted it.
Okay, I was like, what? So we could either go for that because we are on the same continent, I believe. Or we can go to the Everplains and hope we find a way to keep it warm.
Because what if we go for the Cinder Blossom first, we would need to take that back first and foremost, and then leave again.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that we were discussing this as we're on our way to the tavern.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's my
Okay.
understanding.
This is what we got off the boat thinking about.
Perfect.
So where did we arrive?
I,
Do we know the name
I
of this-
forget how fucking small. Yeah, hold on. If you can't find us or you lost us, I did. We're here.
Yes.
Holy moly!
I forgot, and I was like, wait, where the fuck are we? It's so small.
Yes.
What's the name of this port or city, Mindz?
This is called Southport
In the north.
in the north. Now, I can read you a little bit about Southport. And
Oh yeah, if you don't mind, Minds, describing what we see, because obviously it's a port town, but I need a
Yes.
visual.
okay. Well, from what you guys have seen, which is very little because you just got off the docks, at least the dock seems to be, well, as you are first pulling in, you notice that this is a very cosmopolitan type city. It's a melting pot of all different species that are here on the docks. You see almost every single race. You see guild workers, you see different faiths that may have some representation, minus the elves. But the streets seem to be alive with color. You'll see that there are flags of guilds and houses, and there's spires. Like, there's a huge group of spires that are standing most notably towards the southern side of the city, at least the southern side of the docks. But after sailing for several weeks over the Great Divide, you guys have finally seen land, and this is much larger than Seabreeze Haven. This is another capital city. It's similar in size to Endar Findal, but this has much higher buildings, being that it's not inside of a mountain. This place looks like a sprawling metropolitan that is just bustling. There are people of all sorts of walks of life, and they're all around. It's constantly moving.
This place is lovely.
I think I ended off last session doing this. Nolan's gonna shirk to the back of the group again,
Yep.
ever so slightly.
And I think
But we are
everyone
headed
was
to the, tavern.
everyone was following Valor. So
I do believe that is true.
There we go.
I do believe.
Nadork is behind you. All right, Baylor, where are we going?
Oh, they told me the tavern was this way over here. Sorry, I have like. If you were waiting for me to move the token, I have like 20 like notepads on my screen. Sorry.
no, that's okay. But you guys are heading into the tavern.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm like taking a lot of notes right now. Sorry.
That's fine. Okay.
That's
So-
not okay.
Now, as you guys enter the doors, you cross the threshold of this tavern. It's a large building. You're greeted with a wave of warmth and conversation. A lot of people are talking. The common room is immense, nearly 60 feet across. You know, there's soaring ceilings. There's massive driftwood beams. Every beam is kind of carved with the names of something. There's a bunch of names. You don't know if they're famous ships or legendary captains, maybe voyages, but you see like the entire ceiling and the beams they seem to be some sort of history. This is a place that has been standing a long, long time. There's a lot of information that is just given by tiny little tidbits, like 2 words, but there's a lot of them here. This is a very popular place to be. Being that this is one of the largest cities almost any of you have ever seen, that starts to make sense. There's a centerpiece of this common room, which is a giant circular stone hearth. It's nearly 15 feet across. But instead of being a traditional fireplace, there's a low fire that burns in its center, with comfortable chairs kind of surrounding it, creating a gathering place. You see that there are people that are just sitting in there, and they don't look like they would be from the same parts of the world, but they're sitting and sharing a drink and chit-chatting and whatnot. Along the back wall, there's an impressive bar carved from a single slab of a dark wood. It's nearly 30 feet long. And behind it, shelves stretch all the way to the ceiling, holding bottles of ports and mugs, ceramic mugs. You'll see that there's, brass rails and rolling ladders that allow the staff to reach the highest shelves, basically with practiced ease. Above the bar hangs the tavern's namesake.
Hey, it's a Tube.
It is an enormous compass rose. Welcome in, Tube. And this compass rose is crafted from polished wood with inlaid with brass and mother of pearl. But rather than pointing north, each point bears the name of one of the great trade routes that depart from Southport. And the one thing that you will come to find out is that it reminds every traveler that every journey begins somewhere. But there's long communal tables that fill the center of the room. There's some smaller booths that are lining the walls. There's a wide staircase that it kind of curves upwards to the second floor. This place is not just not just a bar. There's more to it.
More like a pub.
Yes, it's a pub, but there's an upstairs which seems to be closed off, almost as if this is an inn.
Okay.
The speakeasy.
No, because you enter on the ground floor. You enter in through this bar, but just upstairs there are some rooms.
There's one detail I'd like to clarify. You said there's writing and information on the walls that records the history. Is it thrown together? Right. Is it thrown together, or is it one person keeping a record?
No,
is
it's thrown together.
As travelers.
It's like somebody coming in and they carve their name into a tree kind of thing.
Yep. That makes a big difference in my head.
Yes.
Which of those two it looks like?
Yes.
Okay.
And for the smells, it's comforting, right? You got fresh bread, smoked fish, roasting meats, spilled ale. There's some pipe tobacco, and there's an ever-present hint of salt carried in from the sea whenever the doors open. All right. So you guys have entered the tavern. It's called the Compass Rose.
Compass Rose.
The Compass Rose.
The Rose of Compass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Dorok's gonna start going to the bar. He's gonna sit down, thinking everyone's gonna follow him, and he's gonna say, "Ale here."
All right, so you're going straight up to the bar itself, or you want to sit down at one of the tables that is kind of right in front of the bar?
Oh, we'll sit down at a table then. I guess he'll be social today.
Well, there's long communal tables. There's some kind of semi-private booths on the side, but yeah, you walk up. You're sitting down at a table, and you notice that there is this broad-shouldered woman in her early 50s, tightly braided gray hair. And you see that she's got kind of crow's feet or laugh lines earned from decades of living experience. She walks up and very warm but direct. She said, "What can I get you, sir?"
I'll have an ale.
An ale, all right. And your party here. What'll they be having?
I'll have an ale as well, please.
All right, 2 ales. Anyone else?
I'm okay, thank you.
All
Out of
right.
game, I guess I'm having moonshine.
Moonshine, okay. Is it good shine at least?
I mean, it's good, but it's so strong. It's the bottom of the jar I got left. So it's just all the alcohol, and that's it.
Does it taste like the fluid you're made out of?
Mm-hmm.
Does it taste like, like the antifreeze that kind of leaks out of your body sometimes?
Ew.
No.
Gross.
No.
Have you tasted what the antifreeze that leaks out of your body before?
Well, let me go check.
I'm curious.
It's just licking himself.
Oh, that's what you mean when you say you're taking care of yourself.
Hold on.
Indeed.
Let me try. It's not that bad.
So, what is everyone trying to get us back on track a little?
Okay, so 2 ales. All right, I'll be right back. And she takes off and kind of heads back and yells, or doesn't yell, but walks up to the bar, and you see that she's conversing with the bartender. Bartender is, again, a little halfling, and his sleeves are rolled up to his elbows, and he kind of moves at astonishing speed behind the bar. For being as small as he is, you can tell that he is either walking on stilts, or he has a bench that he's literally walking back and forth, because the bar is of normal height. But he has become used to this bar enough that he is just constantly roaming back and forth, making drinks with almost unnatural speed. And you see that he just kind of, he nods and he goes back to what he's doing, and he starts doing his flair bartending tricks, and he's making drinks and conversing with all the patrons at the bar.
So just making sure we're at the front bar, like the big front bar, or at one of the
You
tables.
guys are at one of the
Door
long
rock.
communal tables, but you are at the very end of
Okay.
one of them, and there is a group
Okay.
that's at the far end, but there's like 35 feet in between you two.
I'm going to attempt to sit myself between 2 of our party members. I don't care who. And
You can
that's
sit
it.
next to me.
Okay.
Okay. I'll do that.
All right. Well, a minute or two later, this woman with the, tightly braided gray hair comes back and sets down the 2 ales, says, "There you go. Will you be opening a tab?"
I think so. Just to be safe.
All right. Now, can I get a name for the tab?
If you look over at Dorak, he has slammed this mug of ale down.
Just put it under Stone Fury.
Stone Fury. All right. I got you. Would you like another one, sir? You seem to be thirsty.
Yes.
Yes. all right.
Refill.
Okay. And, well, are you planning on having more than one, may I ask?
Yes. Enough to soothe the wearies of travel.
All right. Hang on one second. Finn! Hey, Finn! Yeah, over. Get the keg. And you see Finn is the little halfling that has been talking to her. You can see that he tells everybody, "Oh, hang on one second, I'll be right back." And he hops down. You can't see him anymore. He comes out carrying this wooden apparatus that's about the size of him. And he hands it to this woman, who then sets it on the edge of the table nearest you, Dorak. And you see the halfling has come back already, and he's carrying a keg twice the size of him.
Dang, he's kind of strong then.
He's got it with two hands above his head. He just carries it out and he hands it to this woman. And this woman picks it up with, again, ease, sets it down on the thing. And you have your own personal mini keg sitting at the end of the table.
Nice.
It says,
It's gonna be that's gonna be expensive, but nice.
she says, I've been there. I hope you're okay. Let me know if you need anything else.
Thanks.
And then she walks away. She doesn't want to know anything about it. She just wants to leave you in peace.
So I know I got us over here, but where exactly do we go next?
There's the Cinder Blossom and there's the Sky Fruit thing here. Perhaps, Velor, do you have something that could keep the Cinder Blossom heated?
I was trying to think of something. I think eventually I'll be able to, but I'm still struggling with my powers. They're still new to me. I don't have anything that I can do that with. Sorry.
Perhaps there's some sort of magic shop in this town that has something for that.
Mindz, would I know of any spell that would have that property?
Have what property?
Like, just to, like, keep something warm? Like, even if I don't have it, like, would I know, like, what I would need?
You would know that there is multiple spells to, like, heat metal. There is prestidigitation that will heat or chill food. But for something like a delicate flower like this, I don't think you would know right off the bat a specific one in mind. You know that there are several ways to do it, but without knowing the properties, you wouldn't be able to tell, because this is something that's specific. Because you are still just trying to learn about magic. You've seen magic used, but now that you have magic, you've been experimenting, but you don't quite know that much about it.
Maybe we can find, like, some sort of artifact? Item, maybe? Is that what we're thinking, guys? Are we thinking that we're gonna go to, get the Cinder Blossom first?
It's the only one we know where it is.
Well, are we in the middle continent right now?
We're on the northern continent.
We're on the correct continent for this.
Yes, you are on the northern continent, but the southern side of it in Southport. Biggest serpent you've ever seen. Head the size of this tavern. Eyes like lanterns. Breath smelled of rotten oysters and old socks.
What's going on over there?
As you turn, you see that there is this stout hill dwarf. Right? You could tell he's definitely retired. He's got this long gray beard, and he is waving his arms and belligerently seems to be telling a story. He spreads his arms as wide as they'll go, and he says, "It wrapped around me ship 3 times, and says, 'Lucky Garen, you owe me a fish.'"
What are you talking about, sir? I, like, approach a little bit. Telling a story?
And you see, he turns around because, you know, he wasn't looking at you. But you see, he hops down onto the stool because he was standing on the table, and he slams his mug down. He says, "I have told this one before, but ye all keep forgetting the important part."
I didn't think anything.
We're new around here.
"Oh, you're new. Yes, well, come. I'll tell you the story of the sea serpent that I fought 30 years ago." And he points at you, and then he points at Noaon and says, "I weren't fighting the sea serpent. I was negotiating." And then he repeats what you heard before. The biggest serpent you've ever seen. Head the size of this tavern. Eyes is like lanterns. Breath smelled like rotten oysters and old socks. It wrapped around me ship 3 times and says, Lucky Garen, ye owe me a fish. And he grins like super triumphantly. He goes, well, I happen to have me a haddock. And somebody at the table just groans. But Lucky kind of ignores him and says, so I tossed it overboard. The serpent ate it. And let us pass. And he picks up his mug of ale and downs the rest of it. Always pay your debts.
Huh. Always pay your debts.
Hi, what's your name, young fella?
I'm Baylor.
Valor. Lucky. How are you, sir? Welcome to Southport. What brings you here?
Oh, we were wondering, do you know where the Devil's Spire is?
The Cinder Devil's Spire? No, I
The
can't
Devil's
say
Spire.
that I have. The Devil's Spire. No. What is it?
It's a mountain. We've heard that it's somewhere on this continent.
On land? Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Oh, are you not familiar with things on land? Are you better with like oceanic navigation?
I am the greatest mariner Southport ever saw.
Oh, I see.
But for land, I... No, that isn't me. Now, if we're talking about islands, I've known an island that was very snaky.
Sneaky Island?
I found one once. Beautiful place. Palm trees, fresh water, birds. And he raises a finger. Next morning, another finger, gone. And the same person that was groaning before just kind of laughs. Lucky turns around and points directly at him. He says, laugh all you like. Whole crew woke up floating in the middle of the seas.
Wait,
How do
you
you?
slept on an island, but then it was gone?
He taps his temple a couple times. He goes, island packed up and sailed off while we were sleeping. And he finishes with complete confidence. That's why I never sleep on islands.
How do you just lose an island?
Lose? It packed up and left while we slept. We didn't lose it.
Islands can't move.
Oh, this one sure did.
Huh. Can I ask where this island was?
Was out in the middle of the Great Divide.
Interesting.
How well do you know your coordinates?
I'm not too good at coordinates, but I'm sure if you give them to me, I can like show them to someone who knows how to navigate it.
Me. Maybe.
Are we sure we should trust you? Oh no, you know where you're going. You just don't know what it's named.
So it was the middle of the Great Divide.
Yes, it was in the middle of the Great Divide.
Italian.
Hmm.
Do you want to come over here? He has coordinates.
Sure. I'll see if I can assist. Perhaps.
He tells you coordinates and you're able to write them down.
And what? Since I wasn't part of the conversation, what are these coordinates for?
Something I'm just curious about. It's probably nothing.
It was the sneaky island. The island that wasn't there anymore.
Okay.
He said that he and his crew members went to sleep on that island, but when they woke up, they were stranded in the ocean.
Interesting.
Don't ever
I don't think
sleep
it's
on
related.
islands. They'll pack up and move on you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is necessarily related to our quest. I was just curious. So like if it comes up.
I'm gonna quietly turn to Dorok. I don't think this guy's telling the truth. Islands don't move.
I believe this is what you call an old wives' tale.
A wives' tale.
Yes.
Okay. It just doesn't make sense. A lot of things
Yes,
like
they're
that.
they're often exaggerated for the person telling the story to look cool for their wives. Hence, wives' tale. You tell the tale to your wife.
No, that's not what a wives' tale is. A wives' tale is a legend
Got
or
it.
myth or theory.
Ah, then I have a wives' tale that the Cinder Blossom is on the peak of the Devil's Spire.
That's
Theory.
just a wives' tale.
Outro music plays.
So you asked him about the Devil's Spire, but
But yeah, he's
He
not
doesn't
familiar with
know.
anything on land. He's better with ocean and navigation stuff.
perhaps, Bucky, did you ever hear of any jungles on the eastern side of the continent? Maybe you saw them as you were on a boat.
Aye, the jungle's on the eastern side of the continent. Yes, there's multiple. Which jungle are you in? Are you trying to get information on?
Ah, yes. Do you know perhaps of... Hold on, what the frick is the name of this fruit?
Have you ever heard of a sky, scale fruit?
Sky scale? No. I've never been on the island where the jungle is.
Would you
haven't
be
heard
able
Rupert,
to... Would you be able to perhaps point out on a rough map each of the jungles and where they're located?
Oh, sure,
In
they're
reference to the ocean.
all next to each other. Only reason I know there's more than one is because the trees look different.
Ah, okay. Do you have a contact that could grant us passage to the eastern side of the continent? Perhaps. You seem well traveled.
I haven't traveled in years, but I've sailed all around these parts. And yeah, I mean, there's several ships that can take you there. Look for one that goes to Vallis Albina. It's just
Vallis
past there,
Albina.
about a week's travel to the east of Vallis Albina. I don't know of any ports on the eastern side of the continent. Most cities aren't around the jungles, but Vallis Albina might be the closest city you can get.
Then I thank you for your knowledge.
Of course. What is your name, big fella?
I am Dorok Stone Fury.
Oh, nice strong name for a strong man. Well, you and
Thank you.
We
Your
didn't
name.
catch your name, sir.
my name is Lucky Garen.
Are you named Lucky Garen because you're lucky, or how did you come about that?
Lucky? Did I tell you about the time that the sea serpent had owed me a favor?
Yes, yes, you did.
At this
No,
point, Naylor's gonna walk away.
I just want to point out he's mentioned his name like 3 times. Like he talks about himself in the third person.
has.
Yeah, he absolutely. Yeah, but Dorok at this point's curious on how he got the name Lucky. But now
Wait,
that he's already heard the story, he's gonna say, "Oh well, that's my brother leaving. I should probably catch up to him."
He's your brother?
Oh, yes, brother.
And he turns to the crowd that has kind of been watching him, waiting for him to say something they can groan again. He goes, "That's his brother? And they call me crazy." And they just go, "Oh, come on, Lucky. Haven't you had enough? Just let him be."
It may seem crazy, but he is my brother.
Might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
If we had a bard in the party.
It's the wrong song.
I'm sorry for breaking us into song.
Anyways, did anyone write down the name of the city he said?
No, I thought you were writing it
Definitely
down.
did not.
I don't
Definitely
write.
did not write that down.
Dorak doesn't write things down.
Dorak doesn't need to write things down. Dorak just goes where Dorak wants.
Exactly.
If Tuba's in the bar, he stopped listening to Garen when he talked about a sea serpent.
Oh, dang it, Tube. I think it was like Valis Albal or
Aldous,
whatever.
yeah, oddball Dallas.
Okay, Tellian.
Valis Albar. Something like that. Vales Albar.
Albus
Wow.
Dumbledore.
Oh, that must be.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Anyway, Lucky, I would appreciate if you do not call me crazy. But, I appreciate the information. And Dark will turn to go.
Okay. And he will allow you to walk back to where you're going.
Sweet. Once he meets up with the rest of the party, he'll like tell them about what Lucky told him. How there is a city we can get to via boat. That's about a week's travel from jungles. This seems to be our best bet if we were to go for the sky scale fruit first.
What are the options again of what we're trying to find?
Well, we're in the northern continent, so right now the closest things would be the cinder blossom
Yeah.
and the sky scale fruit. Because from what we know, they're both in the northern continent. Although to be fair, we also don't know enough about where the mermaids are, where the Moonville Iris. So I think it's a good start.
You know that you have someone in the party who can commune with a sea goddess, right?
We do? Who?
Tube, you can talk to your goddess?
Now, to be fair, it's not a goddess, but yes. It's the it's the colossi of the sea.
Colossi. Yeah. It's like... And Tube basically will look at you guys and be like, I mean, you see me talk to my god a couple times, or commune with my god a couple times. What do you think I meditate for?
I thought he just fell asleep when he did that.
I've been meaning to ask, does she talk back?
Not in the way that you think. It's more in messages that she delivers that I'm supposed to kind of decipher.
Ah. And he's Dark's gonna hit Valor on the arm as light as he can. And he's gonna say, it's just like when the Earth Mother talks to us, Valor.
Huh? Oh. Right.
Does the Earth Mother talk to Valor?
No.
That's what they say.
Well, they talk. She talks to the stone fury.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Where the fuck's the lizard?
That's so true.
Why? What's up?
The lizard right behind you.
I'm just curious because we have not brought up the lizard in a long time, and curious. Okay. I just wanted to make sure we didn't like leave him somewhere or like accidentally kill him without Mindz telling us.
Didn't you want us to leave him or accidentally kill him?
Yes, but
No,
that's beside the point.
That's
Italian
Darren.
changed, man.
He stole. I swear he has my poppet.
Well, why didn't you bring him
No,
out
you
and
got your
ask him?
puppet. Dora got you one.
Yeah, I made
So-
you a new one. Remember?
Yeah, I know, but
Does
you'll not-
Talion
you'll-
still have it?
you'll- Yes, but you're
You
not
sure?
my mommy, and you
Have you
didn't make
checked?
it. Yeah.
Oh
Mine-
no.
My lord.
Mine's
I have
Jesus. All right,
Just-
so
Just wanted to ask.
moving along, it's like I'm two bases. Like, if we need like kind of some like clarity about where we should go first, I can see if I could possibly get some insight on where like these mermaids are.
That'd be great.
Mhm. That would be nice. Do you need some assistance? And he's gonna like hold up an ale to get into a meditative state.
I actually need a clear mind. I don't think alcohol is going to do that for me. It's just because is Tubei recovered, or is he still kind of like hobbled?
He's still hobbled, not quite as much as he has been. I mean, you were able to make it out of that cave, at least before Valor and I think it was Talion were the two that were.
Me.
It was Noeon. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it
So
was
you were
me.
able to make it out of the cave before the two of them, but that was kind of you using an inhuman amount of willpower in order to do so. You are still exhausted, but not anywhere near the level that you have been. You have been recovering quite well, but it's taken a long, long time.
So what I'm going to do is so what I suggest is you guys can kind of see if anybody can get some like more clarity about what's the thing up north? The something cinder.
The
Cinder
cinder.
Blossom?
Cinder Blossom on the
Cinder-
Devil's Peak. Devil's Spire.
No.
If you guys want to like try to see if anybody can get some more information on the Devil's Fire, being that we're on the northern continent, I would assume would be close to where we are right now. I can go and see if I can get some insight on what's the thing we're looking for on the other place.
A sky scale fruit.
Or
The
some
sky scale
mermaids
fruit,
in water.
or some
Also-
mermaid.
We came here to try to get some information, so maybe we can ask the tavern keep what they know. While you do that as well.
And if they know of a magic shop, perhaps they have an item to keep the Cinder Blossom warm. Otherwise, it's a moot point going to the place.
I agree.
Mhm.
So I was like, that sounds like a good idea, and then I'm just gonna pick up, walk towards like a wharf at the pier, and I'm gonna try to just get on my surfboard and just like paddle out to the middle of the water on my surfboard, and then sit crisscross applesauce on the board and see if I could commune, find out some information about where. It's more like information on what we should do, rather than specific questions on where certain things are.
So you're going to go out into the busy harbor and paddle off that way? Or
Yep.
What about the rest of the party?
I wanna approach the tavern keeper. The tavern keep. Or
Okay.
keep.
You're gonna head up and talk to the barkeep. What is everyone else doing?
I'd like to ask Dorok a question real fast. As Valor walks off. I tried it before and it didn't go too well, but Could alcohol really help meditate and clear your mind?
Well,
I tried it earlier to keep the bad days away and make the day better, but that didn't work. But would it help for meditation?
well, it helps me.
Above the table, I think Tube might have some stuff that might relax you better.
It depends on how much
you're not the one that brought it up. How much should I then, if I'm trying?
Dark's gonna look over at the like keg, and he's gonna like lift it up and estimate how much is left. And he's gonna nod, and he's gonna say, "This'll do."
Oh my god! Are you gonna have to do a kickstand?
Yeah.
Hold on. Give me a sec.
Is Smug gonna do a keg stand in real life?
No, but where the fuck are my dice?
You gotta lay upside down on your chair and chug the rest of the moonshine. How many redeems is that gonna be?
A lot. Hold on. I'm gonna make an IRL wisdom check.
Okay.
Oh no.
To the
I have a
camera.
feeling inside my nose.
It was a 3.
Okay. So you're just gonna start chugging on the keg. You're gonna lay down on the table, and the spigot is gonna be turned on.
No. I'm not gonna do that. I will take one of the tankards and just start drinking with Dorok.
Oh, you're gonna try and go tankard for tankard with the barbarian. Okay.
To a degree.
Okay.
This sounds fun.
Well, we will come right back to this. But go ahead.
Yeah, while they're having conversations and stuff. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Okay. Well then, yeah, let's go to Tube first. Because I think this is going to be a fairly important portion of the session. Tube, you paddle out. You find a small ladder at the edge of one of the docks. You climb down, you paddle out into the harbor. And you find, where the ships tend to be. So you paddle out to that spot because you know that there's not going to be a lot of ships going through that portion of the harbor because they're all docked. And you sit crisscross applesauce on your surfboard. And you start meditating. You close your eyes, you focus on everything else. And you settle into your meditation. The sounds of the water and the ships docked slowly fade. The distant conversations become whispers. The wind that kind of is blowing through the ship's sails grows still. Even the gulls circling above the harbor have fallen silent. You open your eyes and you're no longer seated on your surfboard. You are standing upon a mirror-smooth sea beneath an endless sky. There's no horizon, only still water stretching further than you can see. You notice that there are ripples that are spreading from your feet with every breath. And as you start to focus on one of them, you see it extending further and further away from your feet. And you see there's another ripple that forms off in the distance a little bit. And then another one. And without warning, these two ripples start to move towards you. Not across the water, but more through it. The surface of this mirror-smooth water parts as a woman's form rises up from it. You're looking at Mary. And you've seen her in multiple different forms, but this is the most popular or most well-known form. And this is her ethereal form before the water energy started to swirl around her to the point where she became tangible, physical. She begins walking towards you on the reformed water beneath her without disturbing the surface, and she stops a short distance away. You see her eyes, they look over you. They're patient, they're ancient, and they're knowing. And for a long while, neither one of you speak. Finally, she breaks the silence. You believe your journey was interrupted. And the water around you begins to shimmer. You see images form on its surface. And it seems to be kind of a timeline. In front of you, you see yourself leaving your home, leaving your commune, and setting off to find your brother, to meet with your brother. And the next portion, as this vision, this timeline is kind of floating by, you see it is of your commune, the very first time that you taught one of your fellow brethren how to surf, how they taught you how to make soaps, etc., etc. A bunch of these memories, one after another, after another. You then see the road where you first crossed paths with these strangers, Talion, Dorok, Noaon, Ernwig. And every choice that you've made kind of unfolds across the sea like a bunch of reflections. That one timeline seems to split. You can see, well, if you did this or if you did this, and then the timeline shifts so it follows the choice, the decision that you made. And you hear her say, "You have wondered where you first lost your path." And the images all of a sudden stop and the water becomes still once more. Mary gently shakes her head. "You never lost it." She raises a hand, and you see the sea beneath you kind of start to change. The reflection of you becomes a map. And of this map, right, you can see this massive amount of land that you kind of recognize a couple of the spots because you've been there, you've seen that portion of it. But this is a bunch more land that you've never seen or never even knew existed. It rises from the water. Mountains are popping up. Forests start spreading across the surface. The cities are glowing like scattered embers. Right? There's thin rivers of light that seem to connect all of them. It's this one giant landmass. And then you see this one singular Pangeatic landmass starts separating. There's a massive, almost explosion in the middle of it, and the two big landmasses start to separate, north and south. And then the northern island starts to part again right down the middle, and it goes east to west ever so slightly. So it starts to form three major land masses. And you see that in the middle of the northern and southern groups of land, that there's a scar on the surface of the planet. And it's a scar so immense that it seems to have split the world into two. The light that had connected all the different points is no longer crossing that scar, but it bends and tries to go around it. Kind of like blood avoiding an old wound. The scar is not healed, but it's merely endured. you seem to understand. You look up and you see Mary as she watches the current swirl around the scar, the great divide. You have walked among those treating the fever. And then you see from this smaller portion at the lower section, the southern continent, an image of Endar Findal rises from the water. You see Talion, you see the afflicted elves, and you see researchers working tirelessly to save them. Their work matters. Another ripple spreads and the image dissolves. Now only the great divide remains. It's dark. It's bottomless. But fevers are not the illness. The canyon that is the Great Divide starts to deepen. You can see that the ground, the bottom section, is lowering even further down into the ocean. Far below the waters, something shifts. You can't make out its shape, but only its presence. As though the wound itself has activity at the very, very bottom. And you see around the scar, all along the coast of both northern and southern continents, lights start to appear. Little tiny lights. And as the light pops up, you see a small little projection above it. They're scholars, they're wizards, researchers. You see them measuring, recording data, and cataloging it. You look up and you see Mary, her gaze has never left the abyss. They measure its depth. They chart its currents. They name its wonders. And you see her turn her head and she looks directly at you and says, "No one asks why it still bleeds." And the silence that follows seems to be impossibly heavy. The words are settling over the water, and over you is kind of like falling snow. It's just there. There's nothing you can really say to that. The sickness consuming the elves, and an image of Talion appears once more, is one thread. Now you see the water expanding outward, and you see the mountain beneath the ringhold. The Carthun ringhold that has literally slid down into it. You can see the purple crystal veins, and you remember the call below. That image shifts then to the oceans and the storms that you have seen. You also see a ship with a mountain Goliath on it, being swallowed up by a storm, and you see it transitions into a shipwreck of great proportions. Splintered portions of the ship lay over here, other portions of the ship almost a mile away. Currents are literally taking and distributing these pieces of the ship that is all that is left. And you know that that was one of the ships that your brother sent. You see your commune off in the distance, untouched. One by one, these light rivers of light seem to be connecting again until the world is woven together by unseen scars. Decision did not leave one wound. It left many. You hear a whoosh and the map disappears. And now you're looking at your reflection in the still water again. And as you look down, you see Mary step forward. You look up to see her looking directly in your eyes, almost like she's staring through you. You have spent your journey choosing compassion over certainty. You see a small little smile kind of form on her face and a quiet expression, almost imperceptible. That is why I chose you. She kneels, placing her hand upon the water, and you see ripples are spreading in all directions, and the map kind of wobbly recreates itself over this water again. And you see the ripple that was just created by her touching the water reaches out. You see it touch Endar Findal. One reaches your commune on the south side of the southern continent. One reaches the mountains. One reaches Southport, where you guys now are, in that southwestern corner of the northern continent. Each ripple touches the others before continuing on. You think leaving them means breaking your promise. It does not. You then feel a ripple kind of passing by or beneath your feet. A river does not betray the sea because it takes a different course. It reaches every shore because it follows the path only it can. She then looks up at you and stands up. She places her hand upon your shoulder, and she's looking down at you. This is a 12-foot tall female form. And she goes, "There are scholars gathered here that possess knowledge beyond imagining." And you see one of the spires that you noticed when you were coming in on the ship. You see there's tower over tower after tower after tower looking over the Great Divide. And your view kind of tends to swoop in like you're flying on a bird's back. And you see that there's libraries and there's a map room and there's all these different things that are in some of these towers. They have answers, but they do not yet know the questions. And then she steps back for a second and points at you. You do. And the words kind of linger as if it's truth. If the wound beneath these waters widen, and you start to feel the water beneath you start to tremble, there will be no elves left to save.
The wound is like a crack in the glass.
Yes, but the crack grows. I need you to understand that when they have reached the edge of what they can learn, they will come to where the world first broke. And the sea beneath you dissolves. And then you're looking directly. You see that your entire surfboard has turned around and you are staring directly at the observatory in town. The morning wind is brushing against your face. And for the first time, you seem to sense that you're at the edge of a giant wound on the planet, right? There's a scab that has happened and you're leaning your back, you're sitting with your back against the wound because you're looking up at the city that is to the north of you. And you kind of get this feeling with certainty that your path now leads to a separate course.
Basic Tube looks at that potential course. And he thinks about what really matters in the grand scheme of everything. He's felt the dissonance of the light on this world, in the sense that it doesn't feel like it's doing the way it should. It's not. It's refracting in the wrong direction. And he realizes that my path, Tube's path, is different than what the group's path is.
Mary has asked
And for
you not to travel with your party, but more to help them.
Yep.
And there has been now an ask without asking that you have other priorities that will help the party without necessarily being with the party. You have the ability to change the course of history and help save not only them, not only the elves, but the world in general. But you may have to take a break and spend some time here learning or asking the correct questions.
It's time for me to stop being just me, but start being more than just my wants and my needs and my fears. Try to be something else.
And everything starts for you at that observatory.
Yep. I look up at the observatory, pick up my surfboard, carry it under my arm, and think to myself, I'm to break the news. And then I start walking back towards the inn.
Then I'm going to throw you back up there, and we will join in just a second. See you soon.
They have returned.
We have returned. So, while Tube is going out and doing his meditation, Valor, you were heading out to speak with the bartender.
Give him a sec.
Oh, is he?
Hello.
There you are. Welcome back.
He's back.
Okay. So, Valor, Tube was going out for his meditation. You were heading up to speak with the bartender.
Yes.
You climb up on a bar stool and you're able to see over the bar, and you see that this halfling is about the same size as you, maybe a little taller.
It's halfling as well?
It's a halfling. And you're not quite sure how he's able to see over the bar because almost his entire torso is above the bar. And you see that he's serving a drink to a half orc, 2 or 3 patrons down from you. And he looks over and he sees that you're new at the bar, so he serves him his drink and takes his tip and walks down and says, "Hey, it's another halfling. How are you?"
Hi there.
"Hi."
I'm doing great. How are you doing that? And I point towards his torso.
Yes? Oh, it's... Climb up on the bar for a second. And he kind of steps back a little bit. And he turns to the side and he kind of points and says, "There's a bench back here.
Oh, I see.
It's
Nice.
brilliant, isn't it?
It is.
It's made for people like us."
I like this city a lot. Sorry. Anyways, I was wondering if I could get some information, or if not, I was wondering if you could point me towards a component shop.
Information on what exactly?
I heard there was some jungles on the eastern side of this continent. I was wondering if you knew anything about them.
Jungles? Which jungle in particular? There's more than one.
Oh, that's exactly the kind of information I'm looking for. I know nothing.
Well, as far as I'm aware, and I've seen people come in here and they've talked about a lot of different jungles, but there's two in particular. One is called the Savage Shroud, and the other one is called. Give me a second. It's. It'll come to me. Give me a second. And you see that he's contemplating really, really hard. Yeah, just give me a second. It's the Bezzark. Bezzark Jungle. That's what it's called.
Bezzark?
Bezzark. Bezzark.
Thank you so much. Do you happen to know if this town has any archived or component shops?
Oh, I'm sure we do. I mean, this is one of the largest cities in the northern continent. What kind of components are you looking for?
Rare magical components, or maybe an item shop?
I mean, you have your pick of the litter here. We've got, there's probably 4 or 5 different ones. The closest one. You know what? I just remembered. There's a third jungle. It was a weird, sound like a kangaroo. It was Kangunoho. Kangunoho.
Kangunoho?
Kangunoho. That's the third one. There's 3 jungles over there.
Kangunoho?
Now, as you write that down, you're looking for basically magic shops, correct?
I'm thinking. Well, these are components that we're looking for, so I'm hoping that either a magic shop or a component shop would at least have heard of what we're looking for. Even though, like, they're rare, they're still components. So they're probably not gonna have them. But I'm sure. I was wondering, like, maybe
You're gonna ask them
about
the list itself.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I was if I can like go to like a component shop or a magic shop, maybe I can like hone down some more specifics.
Okay.
Was my train of thought.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. Okay. Well, you see, we're here on the western side of the island, or western side of the city. Excuse me. Over by the church, there's this small little shop that seems to be the most knowledgeable on components. It's got a bunch of the runes. Oh, what's it called? Rune Raiders. Rune Raiders. That's it. Rune Raiders Relic Shop. It's run by it's a rune magic specialist. This guy he can tell you anything about anything if it has to do with runes.
Runes, huh?
Runes, yes, runes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Are you drinking anything else? Can I refill anything that you have?
Oh, we have a keg at our table, but here, this is for you. I'm gonna slide him. See what you have. I'm gonna slide him a silver.
Oh well, thank you very much. And you see he tucks it into his shirt pocket and taps his pocket a couple times. That's
Thank you so much for your help.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you. Let me know if you need anything else.
That's kind of you. Thank you so much.
He goes, I like you. You can come back anytime.
Maybe I will.
Romance is going on over there.
It's a halfling thing. You wouldn't get it.
Dang. I see
kidding.
how it is.
I'm gonna go back to the table and report my findings.
Okay. And now back at the table, we have Dorak, Noeon, and Talion, correct? You guys are still here?
Yep.
Chug.
Talion?
Oh God!
Basically, yeah.
Talion, are you drinking along with them, or what are you doing? Because I know Noeon is drinking.
I will not be drinking. I will be basically staring at those coordinates, seeing if I can figure out where they are.
Okay.
Oh, Mindz, did you send me those coordinates as well?
Not yet.
Oh, my bad.
I've got a lot of other things going on in the background.
No,
I'm
you're
trying
good.
to
You're good.
multitask as best I can. So
You're good.
no, with Smug doing the crap guy to D&D rock. At this point, how many tankards have you guys gone through? Because I assume Noeon starts.
How many can Noeon
starts going tankard for tankard.
drink?
All right. The real question, I guess, would be, hold on, that roll didn't count. But let's see.
Give me because it will. At this point, it's been
a demonstration.
It's been a couple minutes.
A couple
Okay.
minutes, then let's roll a d12 and see how many drinks Dorak.
D12.
Have you?
I rolled a
drunk
1.
enough for his
Okay. So Dorak,
so I've
you've
got
had one tankard.
He's had the tankard.
Yeah, Dorak poured a tankard for Noeon and just started drinking out of the tankard. Right? That makes sense.
How long? You said a couple minutes. Are we talking like 15?
I'm saying like 4 or 5, because Tube has gone out. He is starting to do his meditation. Valor went up to the bar and he's just had this conversation with the bartender. So in about 4 minutes, you guys have probably have one. You have just finished one, maybe done a second one.
Dorak's holding back a little bit. You're seeing if Noeon
How?
can keep up.
How is this compared to the hallucinogenic alcohol I had?
Roll me a Constitution save, please.
Okay. Word.
Now, I just
You
wanna
know
make
it.
I just want to see if you
Nice.
have any advantage, but I don't think you do. But it doesn't matter because with a 19,
That's pretty
it's
good.
I mean,
really good.
I'm good at these.
it tastes pretty good. It's not it's not like you're drinking something sweet and it's something that you really would enjoy the taste of, but it's definitely not bad whatsoever. I mean, it's ale, it's beer. You
Don't die, please.
yeah, don't die in real life.
That was an in character cough. That wasn't real.
Okay.
I did it while I was
okay.
drinking.
Sure.
Well, I mean, you could tell that there's something in here that doesn't taste quite right. The last one tasted like there was flavors to it, but you started losing out a lot of your feelings, just because of your sight going crazy. You didn't quite understand what it tasted like. This, because you don't have any wild reactions to it, you start to actually taste what the ale tastes like. And it's not unpleasant. It's not your favorite, but yeah, you drink it and you don't really feel anything. It kind of weak.
I'm drinking more.
DM question.
Yes.
Is this on a scale of Coors Light to Pliny the Elder? What's the quality of this beer?
Don't ask me about Coors Light because I've never had it.
Think about piss water.
Water.
Supposed to.
Yeah, it's piss water.
I would liken it to like a Michelob.
Okay, so so almost bottom tier. Gotcha.
I mean, it's not Pliny the Elder. It is not. I mean, it's not Southern
We
tier
are able to
either.
probably afford the big jug. It's probably not top shelf beer.
So it's
Oh,
PBR.
it's not.
I hope not.
No,
'Cause
no,
can
no,
you imagine
no.
how expensive it would be
It's
to
a
get
couple.
an entire keg?
It's a couple steps up, and an entire keg. I mean, the entire keg is like a wine cask. The wine barrels that they have at the wineries, the big 10-foot wide
okay.
wine
Never mind.
cask. This is a mini keg. This is a pony keg, but it's a pony keg of ale. So, but yeah, it's a couple steps up from PBR. It's not Natty Ice or Natty Light.
So, seeing that Noeon's finished his first, Dark's gonna slam another in front of him and say, "All right, that was the warm-up. You ready for more?"
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Noeon will match you, but there is no competitive spark in his eye. You know how some dudes will get across the table from you.
Dorak,
He's just like, oh, this is what I do.
Dorak,
Matching is just what I do. Okay.
Please tell me you have a chant.
For Noeon?
Or for anything, right? You know, the whole ziggy, 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 oi, 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 or something like that you say before you start downing the beer, right?
If you start singing Apata, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
I got it. Buddha, Buddha, bless this drinker! And then he's going to down it.
Okay.
Noeon will copy. Buddha, Buddha, bless this drinker!
And starts downing the thing. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Dark's going to drink as fast as possible.
Oh God.
So you're not competitive, but you're trying to match his actions. You're trying to match his speed.
I'm not competitive, but I'm mimicry is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to copy what I see. Noeon see, Noeon do.
Okay. So would you agree that this needs a constitution save to try and make sure that you are downing it as fast as this barbarian who drinks a lot does?
Absolutely.
Okay.
No way.
Give me a constitution save, and with that is going to determine if you have disadvantage on the constitution save if you're drunk.
Okay.
With an 11, not bad.
I'm alive.
Okay. So, as you're trying to match his speed, you see that he is moving his hand further up and further up and further up, and you're trying to match him, but you and your small little frame is unable to match the speed at which Dorak is obviously experienced with chugging his beer. And
he's doing the thing where like you just throw it back and he's like 3 like swallows and it's gone.
Yes. And you're trying to swallow it as a normal person would, and it's just starting to bubble out of your mouth and just fall down the sides of your cheeks and onto your clothes and whatnot. But you're looking over and again, himself. You're not trying to beat him, but you are certainly basically drowning yourself. You are just chugging this beer as fast as you possibly can. You just can't keep up, so there's a bunch of runoff and run over.
I love to think it's very similar. You've seen the videos of like husbands and wives or boyfriends and girlfriends where they're both eating and the girl's trying to match the guy's speed.
Yes.
And she physically can't get enough burger in her mouth.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm seeing, but with beer.
Yes, exactly.
With ale.
And as you do this, you start kind of coughing a little bit because you can't keep up with the speed that Dorak is obviously a pro at this. And you start hearing some cheering from behind you. As the people that are sitting behind have turned around and watched you literally trying to drown yourself in beer. And they say, yeah, he knows what's up, man. And you see one of them come over, and they've got this large wooden tankard. It's in a different shape than a normal tankard. And they say, if you're going to do another one, man, use this. As they slam it down on the table in front of you, Dorak. It says, give him one of these. And you see it's a large wooden boot.
Okay. He's gonna look at it.
Don't you wear those?
This you drink from. And then he's gonna yell out, the stone and dust! And he's gonna chug it.
Okay.
What was given to him?
Why are you?
It's a wooden boot.
Would you drink from a boot?
It's Das Boot.
It was Das Boot? Oh, man.
Yes.
You don't drink from a boot.
So, Dorak, you down this boot. Now, this is not me being pedantic. This is just for potentially comedic ways. How do you drink the boot?
So
Do you
he's
just
going
chug
to
it
grab
like a
it,
normal tanker?
like kind of. He's going to put like one hand like near the heel of the boot,
Okay.
and then he's going to grab like the top of the boot with the other,
Mhm.
with the toes pointing to the skies, and he's going to like just dump in his mouth.
Okay. And you start chugging this, and it's coming out just like you're used to chugging out of a tankard. And after a little while, you hear this whoop, 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 and all of a sudden, this rush of beer, of mead, of ale, comes flying out at you and literally splashes all over your face. Now you hear everybody,
Okay.
the people that slam the boot down, they go, "Yeah, he's amazing! Do it again, or give it to him, give it to him."
And Dorok's going to be like just wiping his face, laughing. Oh, that was fun! Noel, your turn! Another!
So you fill it up with a keg, and you hand it to Noeon. Noeon, are you taking the beer?
Yep.
Okay.
There's suddenly it's probably not a crowd, but like the people in the immediate vicinity have all turned to look.
Das Boot.
This
Das
is
Boot. Das Boot.
not
Das
Noel's cup of
Boot.
tea.
Das Boot. They're banging on the tables. Das Boot. Das Boot. Das Boot.
Dorok, what did you say?
Das Boot!
No, when you drank.
Oh, the stone endures.
It's not as gusto as yours was. The stone endures. And he's gonna try. Oh, it's not gonna go well. It is not gonna go well.
All right. Now, how are you going to drink the thing? Are you just going to do the same
just
thing
to
and
meditate.
tilt it straight down?
He's would Noeon realizes he probably can't match pace by this point, and he will attempt to finish the boot rather than just chug in one single fell swoop. I mean, he's gonna keep it up and like chug, but
Okay.
he's not gonna like dump it out on himself like Dorok did. So we'll be a
Okay.
little slower.
Okay. So you're drinking it, and you hear the same familiar glug, 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 glug. And do you do anything in reaction to that?
Noeon's focus is drinking, so no.
Okay. And after you hear this glug, 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 there's a huge rush of beer, and it seems like it's being projectiled out of the boot. And it splashes all over your face, which is already covered in beer, and it cascades down your chin and down on all your clothes. And everyone's cheering, "Yeah! They know how to party! They just don't know how to drink! Yeah!" And you see, "May I?" As he holds out his hand to kind of take the boot from your hand.
I'm assuming at this point, without a roll or anything, Noeon's noticed something and is very awkwardly handing it over and a little clumsy.
Okay. So they take it and they fill it up from the keg again. And you see this person, start to chug. Chug, 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 chug. And you hear the glug, glug, glug. And you see something. Both of you notice this. The boot goes from heel up. It turns to the side. And they just continue chugging. And there's no rush of beer or anything like that. And they just chug the entire thing, and they finish, and they just hold it out upside down, and the whole crowd erupts in cheering. "Yeah! Amazing! Do another one!
So
Do
that's-
another one!"
So that's how you do it. Give it here.
And he hands it
Dork-
over there, and he's like, "Go ahead, go for it!"
Dork's gonna mimic what he just did, the technique, and then try and down this boot without spilling.
Technique!
Okay. You start chugging, chugging. You hear it, glug, 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 glug. And you turn the boot to the side, like, quickly. And you just keep chugging. And you keep chugging and keep chugging, and you empty it completely. And you finish, you wipe your mouth, you hold it out, upside down, and not a drop has spilled. You have done it. You have cleared the entire boot. And everyone throws up their hands. Yeah! The legend! What's your name?
I'm Dark Stone Fury! And no jumping!
You just totally peaked your mic.
Yes, you started peeking.
Oh, sorry.
That's what it sounded like.
So she beat me!
And you see one of them starts climbing one of these pillars. And he's got a knife in his hand. And he's looking down at you, and he looks up and he finds a blank spot and you see him start stabbing into the pillar.
Oh.
And you see that he's carving your name into the pillar of history.
Word.
Yeah!
And the guy... Yep, go ahead.
Noeon, this is your chance to be remembered.
Is that
No way I'm
important?
getting drunk by now.
I mean, this is your chance to meditate. And he's gonna hand the boot over to Noeon.
Now, Noeon, you are 3 deep right now. Now, I know that there is something in the rules about being a Warforged. Everyone knows you're a Warforged at this point.
Correct.
Now, I forget, you are immune or resistant to poison? Because alcohol is indeed a poison. I believe you're resistant.
I believe I'm resistant, but not only that, there's something I brought up to you with alcohol specifically.
Yes, and that's what I'm trying to remember because I don't have it in front of me right now.
So basically, it says Warforged can get drunk.
Resistance
but
to
It's
poison.
resistant to poison. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
An advantage on saving throws to end the poisoned condition.
Yes, I'm not concerned about poison. I'm concerned about drunk. For the sake of this scene, would you say that you are inebriated, or you can get inebriated? You just wouldn't take the poison status, but you would still be making the goofiness that comes with being inebriated.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well then,
Yeah.
roll me a Constitution save. And we will take the disadvantage that Fortunate Mug has given me.
Oh no!
Okay. So you know what's coming now, right, Noeon?
Oh, Noeon has no idea. Last time he did this, he saw visions and Tube wasn't Tube anymore.
Okay, so with this, Dorok is handing you a full wooden boot.
Yep.
And
I've already done it once. Surely it can't be that bad.
And this time you know that you got to turn the boot when you hear the glug, 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 glug sound. So I assume you start chugging it again, yeah?
Yeah, and I'm going to try to do that, turn it at the right time.
Okay.
It's a little slower than when Dorok and the other guy did it, but it'll get done.
Yep. So you hear the glug, 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 and you're like, oh, you start to hear this, you start to think about it for just a second. It's calculating, the cogs are spinning, and you go, oh, shit. And then you turn the boot, and just in time, you're able to turn it, and there's a little bit that kind of splashes up onto your, the top of your lips and your nose or whatever, but you still end up downing the entire beer. At the end of it, you kind of start to lean back very dangerously as you hold out the boot and you thrust it out in front of you like you are literally shoving something or somebody, but not a drop spills. The crowd erupts into cheers. Yeah! Another legend! What's your name?
No way on Eltoner.
And as you say that, you start swaying a lot. And you're, no way on! Yeah, no way on! And the guy that's up there, he starts to carve your name into the pillar as well. And you just hear the entire bar start going, Das Boot, Das Boot, Das Boot. Now, Talion, everybody in the bar is turning and looking at you. And you're just hearing, Das Boot, Das Boot. And they're looking directly at Talion. What are you doing? Have you even looked up to know that they're looking at you? Or are you still studying the map and
probably
coordinates?
not. I'm still studying the coordinates, very much trying to figure out where the fuck they are.
Okay.
I'm very much trying to ignore the room.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. And you just start to hear that the crowd starts dying out. Das Boot, Das Boot, Das Boot, da.
Wait a minute! Baylor, come over here!
Oh no!
When I'm coming back from like my other conversation, I was like,
Yes.
what?
Valor, you have turned around and you have been watching. You watched Noeon do it. Because by that time, you had gotten what you needed to do, and you turned around just to see Noeon thrusting it out, and the entire bar going up in cheers. And you hear from now behind you. Oh boy, they just got started, didn't they? We're in for a wild night tonight.
Oh boy.
And then Dorok's gonna like rush over to you, running into chairs and stuff. He's Valor, Valor,
Yes?
it's time
Time?
for your turn.
Oh no.
And he's gonna pick Valor up. Come on, you can be ingrained in history.
And everyone has watched you pick up this little halfling. And at first, they're like, no, wait. Oh, that's not the bartender. Okay, yeah! Yeah!
That's not the bartender. It's great.
Valor, or Dorok's gonna hold Valor up, literally the Lion King style. This is Valor, Stone Fury. He's the next challenger. And then he's gonna set him on top of the table.
Okay.
Oh
Valor.
no!
Das Boot, Das Boot, Das Boot, Das Boot. Everybody is, the chanting has started again, and it's louder. It is like ear piercing. It is so loud. Tally, you start feeling them banging on the table. Bang, 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 bang. Das Boot, Das Boot, Das Boot, Das Boot. And Valor, you are handed, like, they have filled up the boot from the mini keg again, and they have held it out to you. And this boot is about, I don't know, a third to half of your size, maybe 40% of your height.
Oh boy.
Das Boot, Das Boot, Das Boot, Das Boot, bang, 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 bang. Like, the entire, you're standing on the table, and the table is just bang, 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 bang.
I look to Dorok and I'm just gonna yell, Stone Fury Heart?
Stone Fury
Soul!"
Heart.
Then I start tugging.
Okay.
Yeah, Dorok's gonna like raise his arms and just cheer for him.
You start chugging, and you get to drink a lot. And this is a lot of liquid. I mean, this is not just a halfling size thing. This is, again, 40% of your height. And you start drinking and drinking and drinking. They're just constantly da, 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 da. And you feel yourself getting full, and you're not even close to halfway done.
Oh,
Do you keep pushing through?
I go as far as I can.
Okay.
Deep.
And you are starting to run out of steam. You have never had this much liquid, not alcohol, but liquid at one time before, and you start hearing glug, 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 glug.
Turn the boot.
And because Valor hasn't seen this happen, he doesn't end up turning the boot. He's not sure what it is. I think he's focusing more on trying to drink.
Yeah, what's turn the boot?
So,
He's
Dorak,
like, turn the boot, and then a wave of alcohol hits him.
Oh,
Dorak, do you reach out and turn the boot for him?
Yeah, Dorak will. He wants his name on the wall.
Okay. So you reach out and you turn the boot. Valor, your stomach is like full, and you feel your hands being wrenched to the side as the boot turns.
oh.
And you just keep drinking, and you're getting close to the end, You are trying your hardest to just push through. Can you give me a constitution check to see if you can hold it all down, please?
Check or save?
I would say check.
Straight con?
Constitution check, please. Perfect. Okay.
Word.
You're able to
Oh,
push
what'd you roll?
through.
14?
You
Oh.
rolled a 14. You're able to push through, and you finish it. And Dora grabs the boot from you and thrusts it out and holds it upside down, and not a drop is spilling. You have your eyes closed. You are starting to just fall backwards in slow motion. The last thing you remember is, yeah! And you fall on your ass.
Kangoo no ho. Pass out.
See, Noeon, it worked. He is meditating.
Stone Fury, what's his name? He goes up on the pillar.
His name is Valor Stonefury, and he is my brother.
Yeah, Stone Fury brothers. And then there's the guy up there. He's literally hanging from his legs, and as he's reaching over trying to carve Valor's name in, you see a V-A-L-E-R or V-A-L-O-R go right underneath yours. And then there's a little line connecting the two of them, like a bracket, to show that you guys are brothers. And the crowd is, yeah! Now, Talion, we're going to cut over to you. Are you doing anything when the table starts banging? Are you looking up and watching, or are you just ignoring everything and just tunnel visioning on these coordinates?
When they start banging on the table, I'll kind of look up, see what's going on, and just roll my eyes.
Okay.
And then I'll probably, like, do a rough sketch of, like, the outline of Valor drinking from the boot.
Okay, so you start sketching
Yep.
on your paper or on the paper with the coordinates?
On a separate paper.
On a separate paper, okay. So you start sketching that, and you're able to, as Valor sits down, or falls down, really, and he goes, Kangoo no ho! And he closes his eyes and literally falls asleep right there on the table. What is your reaction to that?
Basically, I just pinch my nose and go, we're doing this again? Just kind of mumbling and complaining to myself.
Okay. Well, then we will cut back to, at this point, there has been a lot of things that have happened. Tube, you have now reached the tavern, and you hear Das Boot, Das Boot, Das Boot, Das Boot, Das Boot, and you hear them erupt in cheering as you walk through the door. You see Valor falling on his butt, leaning his hand out with one finger as if he's proclaiming something, and then fall down or the rest of the way onto the table, closing his eyes right as you enter the doorway.
Nube sees the chaos that's erupting and sees the comic figure of a small halfling just totally knocked off his ass by alcohol. And just like I can just imagine him just falling on the ground. And usually Tube would be just like laughing wholeheartedly or with mirth and hilarity. However, he sees this happen and he still chuckles. But it's kind of like a sad chuckle. To where he knows that he's probably not going to be able to see much of this kind of excitement from this group as much as he sees right here because of the severity of what's going on in the world that we're in. It's hard to find that mirth that you would have. He's gone through a lot lately and decisions are being made. And he looks around the bar. He sees everybody jovial. Sees is no way on like passed out like on the floor or
No, in the chair, but there's a noticeable sway.
He is not passed out
even in the chair,
but he is not there mentally for sure.
All right, so Tube sees that Talion is lost in thought, lost in concentration. Talion being Talion,
possibly sober.
He thinks about one last practical joke he can play on everybody.
Oh no.
And I create a gigantic 10-foot by 10-foot cube of water. And I drop it. No, it's like not a cube, but like I can create water.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have it float, or right above Noeon's, Dolrock's, and Valor's passed out body, and drop that water on all you guys, and kind of like breaks the jovialness of it gets everybody in the area wet, pretty much, and it kind of like breaks the jovial aspect of what's happening here. And it's kind of like the record in the bar skips.
Yep. Everything pauses. The cheers, the laughing, everything just stops.
And he looks at everybody, and this the first time you see, like, everybody was happy and go lucky, and then you see what the hell happened, and you see Tube, and you see a sad smile on his face. And I assume Dorok is not super drunk, right?
Dorok has had 5.
He's probably
plus the
more
boot?
sober than the other two.
He is definitely more sober than the other two. Dorok, give me one Constitution save against drunkenness.
Okay. I think I have disadvantage, but the disadvantage is higher.
The disadvantage
So,
you're talking for.
Unfortunate gave me it, but it was a 14, so I rolled a 13, so 18.
Okay. Yeah, and with an
So
18,
he's not super drunk.
you're not super drunk. You're just starting to get to the point where you're happy. You're tipsy.
I have the buzz.
Right. Tubei's gonna say in a loud voice, and kind of a serious voice that you've heard him say a couple times. I'm sorry to ruin the fun for everybody. Dorok, pick your brother up. Italian.
Oh, Tube!
Italian, help Noe on over here. Meet me up.
Yeah, you got it.
Meet me at the observatory.
Got you.
And I turn and walk out the bar.
I think we should do what he says.
What did he say?
Come on, Noeon. We have to go. You two as well. Come on.
When can I start meditating? I'll still follow. Like I'm not like fighting back.
Oh.
We'll figure out another time for that.
As they're leaving, Dorok will pick Valor up and be, thank you, friends. It was a wonderful time.
Yeah, Stone Fury!
We will be back. And he's going to walk out.
And the party starts back up again. Somebody says, yeah, who is next for Das Boot? Das Boot! And you guys make your way out of the bar. And you start walking south towards town. You can see Tubei walking a couple blocks up. The city isn't overly populated now that most people are eating at this moment because it's about dinner time. And you see Tubei is walking, as he said, to the observatory. He's walking towards some of the taller spires that are, from where you guys are walking from the north, it is just solid. You see that there's a balcony that kind of wraps around the southern and the western side of the of the spires. But other than that, it's just it's a large group. There's 3 spires that kind of reach out or extend up towards the clouds.
Where are we going again?
The observatory?
Oh. Why there?
I don't know. Tubei didn't explain. We just have to go.
Okay. To the observatory. Noeon is absolutely walking like 3 steps, slightly less than a normal step, 3 normal steps, kind of hitting a pole on the way. Like, very drunk.
Okay. Well, you guys walk for some time. This is a very large city. And Tubei, you walk and you make it to the base of these spires. And you can tell that there's this large building. It's a rectangular building. It looks like kind of a church with these 2 spires on the east side and these 2 spires on the west side. And they're staggered a little bit, so everything has a nice view of the sea to the south of the Great Divide. And you turn around and you see that the party is still a couple blocks away. They've been following you, and it's just been that they left after you, and you never stopped in order to allow them to catch up. But here you are at the base of these spires. And they are walking up to you. As you stand in front of these heavy oak doors. There's polished stone. There's a lamp that hangs out above these doors. And the party has now arrived.
What are you doing here?
And Tubei is going to stand up. It seems like he has trouble to say what he wants to say, and he's trying to collect his words and how he's going to phrase things. And he tells you a story at first, and it's in the voice, the serious voice, not the two-bad voice that you guys have become accustomed to. He goes, "You may not know this of me, but you guys know that in my herd, I was a fighter, a barbarian. But as a kid, our sages in our herd realized I have a gift to read the storms. And before my brother wired his way into my head and made me become a vicious killing machine. The thought of my herd was that I would read the storms because I had a knack for predicting when a gale or a surge would break the monotony of our everyday tribal life. Ever since joining you guys, I've been fighting 2 battles. My want to help you guys solve what's wrong with this world. And the other battle was trying to outrun a storm that I felt was coming for me. It has recently come to my attention that the best way for me to help you guys with your quest is to continue learning more about the storm that's coming.
What do you mean by that?
When I went out into the water and communed with Mary, she gave me a glimpse of what's happening in this world. There is a scar that is breaking through, causing the light to fracture and bend in directions it's not supposed to. Everything that we have been experiencing is connected to what is going on. However, how I can best help you guys is to set you guys on your own path and me to go down my own. I brought you up to this observatory to let you know that I am going to do what I can to fix what's going on here at the observatory, where I can learn more about what's happening.
So you're not coming with us?
Think of it as not coming with you and leaving you behind. Think of it as you guys are needed elsewhere. And at haste. Where I am needed here.
I thought friends stick together. Are you not a friend?
And I walk up to Noeon. And I go down kind of to his size on a knee. And I tell Noeon, think of this whole group as some of your greatest friends. But sometimes friends have to go a separate way to protect those they love. You're relatively new to this thing we call life. But here's what I want you to listen to, Noeon.
Mm-hmm.
This party needs you. A body cannot function without a heart. You are their heart. They gravitate towards you because they realize the innocence that you have. Don't let the world change you. The world is going to need that innocence and that heart to cure what ails it.
In the very serious moment, there's a look of confusion at everything you're saying. Like I'm tracking every word. I'm not a heart, but I'll give it a try. And there's a little bit of a slur to the words too. I am still drunk, but
you may not think you're a heart, but this group marches to the beat that you set. And then I'm going to go over to Talion. As Noeon is the heart, you are the common sense. I know it's hard sometimes, especially what's happening with the elves, especially about your fear of what it's going to do to you. However, for this crew of individuals to succeed at what you guys need to do, keep being the smart one of the group. Keep being the one with fight.
Gonna suck without you.
I'm still gonna be with you guys. This is not goodbye. It's just that my road is a little bit different right now. But this party is going to need you to knock some sense into them.
Do my best.
Don't be afraid to pull a knife on a friend sometimes. It works.
I'd rather not do that again, but if I need to.
I have a feeling you're going to have to do it quite a few times. Dorok.
Yes, Brad.
You are the mirth. You are great with your weapons, but you're even greater with your sense of levity. Dark times are ahead for you guys. Miri has shown the path that you guys will be on. You need to find it into yourself, never to drop into despair. You need to keep the joy alive in these dark times.
I will try. This is something you feel you must do.
And Tube just sits, doesn't respond to that right away. And you see like real emotion on his face. It's not something I want to do, I'll tell you that much.
Then I will do as you say, friend. And I wish you much luck on your journey.
Don't do what I say. Do what you feel is the right to make sure that the ones around you are happier every day.
Dark's gonna give a solemn nod at that.
Is Valor still passed out?
I'd like to think so, but Valor, that is your call. If you're waking up, you can wake up for this moment.
I would like to be present for this moment.
Okay, then yeah.
But
You're-
drunk.
Yeah, you're not sober, but yes, you are kind of awake, and you kind of notice that people are talking in a much different atmosphere than the Das Boot, Das Boot. It's much more quiet. You hear a very serious tone, and you open your eyes, and you're paying attention as best you can.
Tube?
Little one. I don't know how much you've heard, but as you go on your journeys, I'll be staying here.
What? But I thought why?
My path is different than your path. We are doing what we all need to do to fix what is wrong with this world. But your guys are attacking it from a different area, different angle. My path leads me here to learn, to understand. You can understand that, being the inquisitive type that you are. You're the group's curiosity. You're the group's sense of wonder. I have a feeling you are going to figure out how to plug the dike from your end with that inquisitiveness.
Can it be someone else? Why does it have to be you?
Don't think of it as it has to be me. Just think of it as I have been given a kernel of an inkling of what is happening. And I have been given the task to make that kernel blossom into a way to help you with your quest, which is our quest, which is the world's quest. The light betrays.
You'll come back?
Who's to say? This is not goodbye, though.
Sure feels like one.
At that, Tube finally breaks down. Just know that this is not goodbye. Whenever you need help, whenever you feel despair, understand. What you're feeling at that moment will pale in comparison
Are you kneeling down
to
to
what's
tell
to
me
come.
this?
Yeah. Yes,
I'm
kneeling down.
gonna go in for a hug.
And Tube is going to fully embrace the hug. Hate to say it, kind of like how a toddler hugs their parent. Hate to say it that way. All right, and he goes, and I go, I will miss all you guys. I will miss the good times. I would miss the innocence. When he says good times, he looks at Dorok. I would miss the innocence. Looks at No Way On. I would miss the determination. Looking at Talion. And looks down at you, Baylor. I would definitely miss the wonder from you. And he's going to disengage from the hug. He's going to stand up. And he's going to turn to walk away. And he's going to move about 10 feet from you guys. Turn back around. Give the hang loose sign. Be righteous, my dudes. Head out.
So you bang on the doors of the observatory. And in the moments that it takes for someone to come and open the door, you look back and you see your comrades, the party, strangers that became chosen family, kind of all looking at you in a multitude of different expressions. You hear this heavy door start to open, and a head kind of appears in the crack of the open door and says, "We're closed. We open tomorrow. What do you want?"
Heard you guys are some righteous dudes of learning. I'm here to learn.
Well, learn tomorrow. It's after dinner. Come back tomorrow when we open.
That's cool. And I just sit down, crisscross applesauce in front of the door and meditate. But before I go into deep meditation, I look up at the party, big smile on my face, and I wink at them. Everything's gonna be all right, guys. And then I meditate.
So with Tube closing his eyes, with a peaceful look comes over his face. What are you all as the party?
I'm gonna do something. Mindz, can you work with me on this one?
Okay.
I'm gonna pull into my jacket and I'm gonna grab Darren, which I know sounds dumb, but just,
Doesn't sound dumb.
I'm gonna look at Darren
It's
like,
pretty
"Hey, Darren, Did I hear Darren?
Darren looks up at you and he
Chubei is stepping away from a while. He won't have us to look after him. Will you stay with Chubei to look after him?
You start to hear a rumbling off in the distance as Darren looks up at you and is staring at you in the face.
Oh no, not again.
A familiar cart, pulled by a single donkey, comes flying down the street behind you, and as it passes you at full speed, you hear,
No way.
Oh my god.
"You idiots! You're talking to a lizard!" And the cart continues on down the street.
That should not be funny for a third time.
I wasn't trying to be funny. I swear.
I know you weren't, but that bit should not be funny the third time, and I hate that it is.
Timing. It's the timing, guys. It was just mwah, chef's kiss timing.
I'm gonna hand Darren to Tubei.
So Tubei's sitting crisscross applesauce, has his hands out, palms up, kind of, I guess, touching your middle and thumb fingers, I assume?
Foaming, pretty much, yeah.
And you're able to just kind of hold your hand out, and Darren will walk it and kind of lay down on one of Tubei's palms. Almost like he's using the ring of the middle finger and thumb as a tunnel, and he's just kind of laying there bisected by it. And he isn't looking at you, but Valor, you hear in the back of your mind,
Lizard.
you can reply to this message.
Oh.
Oh!
Did you say you can reply to this message?
Do you say that out loud?
I don't.
Does your face display anything?
Yeah, I go like, and I'm gonna reply to this message in my head. Thank you, Darren.
Lizard.
All right, that's it. I start walking away.
Okay. Now, as you walk away, you're not quite walking. You feel like you're walking, but you're literally leaning, and your feet are just moving fast enough to keep you from stumbling. But you are walking in a 38-degree angle to the left.
Lizard.
Dorak, seeing this, will like step in his path and like hold him steady once he gets back to us.
Well, you're going to be walking a good 15 feet off to the side, but you're able to corral him.
It was a good idea, Velo. Darren will take after. Or we'll look after. Perhaps we should go look at some magic items.
Do you start walking away?
Yeah, why not? Crap. Our only
if you start
person who
walking away,
knows the direction.
if you start walking away, I will walk away with you.
Okay.
As you guys,
I am.
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, you finish what you're doing, but
As you guys walk away, in my meditation, like, you know, I'm experiencing everything you've done. I see Darren there, and you see a sense of calm. But the biggest thing that I'm gonna do that happens, is you guys are kind of sense me say this, but not really hear me say it. Mary, keep them safe. Mary, let them prosper.
as we're like cresting a hill or rounding a corner, Noyan is still like every now and then poking himself in the face, pinching his fingers together, pulling on his nose a little bit. Very slurred. Dorak, am I a heart?
Well, yes.
Thought I was the way on.
Don't worry, Noyan. You'll understand when you're older.
If you were a heart, I feel like that'd be hard to miss.
Wow.
Baylor, perhaps keep the jokes for when you're sober enough to make them funny.
Sorry, I'm having a hard time focusing.
Well, do you at least know where this magic shop is, Valor?
Sorry, I saw chat. I thought it was funny. Yeah. It's on the. I'm gonna start passing out again if you want to catch me.
Oh, crap.
It's where the magic shop is.
Yes, but where is that? Dorark's gonna look around, see if there's any people nearby.
You're gonna look around and see if there's anybody else nearby.
Yeah.
In front of this tower, no.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Talion, do you have any ideas?
Did I happen to hear when he was explaining where the shop was?
No, because you were concentrating on what you were doing.
Okay. Then, no, I have no idea. And I'm the sober one here.
I did not realize they could not hold their ale as good as
He
I.
said some words before he passed out.
Did he ever say it to us? I thought I dragged him into.
In character, I just know he said something. Out of character, I know he did not say the name of the magic shop.
Okay.
I know that's not what he said.
Well,
That's where
I
we're
know
gonna
the
go.
name of the magic shop was said at the bar.
Yes,
yeah,
it
but no one
was.
was with Valor.
Exactly.
And it's
I
also
didn't write it down
becoming
anyways.
nighttime as well. It's at this
Out
point
of
it's past
character, I
dinner.
apologize. I'm not trying to be difficult, but I did drink like a boot, like 40% my size.
Yeah.
No, you're
No,
good.
you're fine. You're fine. We get
So-
it. That's the funny part.
Okay.
Dorak inadvertently just stalled the party for the night. Dorak's gonna look and see like the sun starting to set, and he's going to say, "Well, perhaps this is a sign we should turn in for the night."
Let's find a room
Now,
somewhere.
Dorak's can just start walking down the street until he can find someone where he can ask if they know of any nearby inns.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to find somebody, and you're asking for nearby inns. And where is it? Give me 1 second. So you have the Compass Rose, which you know the way back to.
Oh.
It's an inn. Has an upstairs.
Yes.
I just
However,
remembered that.
they do mention that there is another tavern / inn that isn't too far from here. It's a couple blocks down, as opposed to probably a 15-minute walk. This might be a 5-minute walk. They say, yeah, the Drunken Dummy is down that way. And they point to the east as opposed to the north, where you guys would be heading.
I appreciate it, my friend. Well, Talion, I personally like the atmosphere of the first place we were at. If you guys are okay with the walk, and then he kind of like looks over and sees Valor pass out, and Noeon just like just like out of it. So he'll look at Talion. He's like, if you're okay with the walk, I would prefer to go back.
I'm alright with that. I just want to get a room and get these two sobered up.
Of course. Plus, I forgot to pay our tab before we left.
Yeah, let's go take care of that, shall we?
Yes, of course. And so Dorak will carry Valor and guide Noeon, and we'll go back to the first inn / tavern.
Oh, I get it now. Heart and heart, they sound similar. Oh, I get it.
Yes, good job, Noeon. You got it.
It's the closest thing you've heard from as a real laugh. Closest thing you've ever heard to a real laugh from Noeon.
Okay, so you
All right.
guys make the walk back to the Compass Rose. And upon entering, I mean, the party has been carrying on since you guys left. There is no difference from when you guys first entered to when you guys entered this time now. However, as you get a couple steps in, you see Das Boot being held up and a cheer erupting from the crowd again. And as the person holding up the boot is now looking over the crowd, the sea of patrons that are here in this, they notice you, Dorak, because you're as tall as a mountain to some of them. They go, "Stone Fury! Yeah!" They start cheering again, and everybody turns to look at you as you enter. And they start parting from where you're at to the table where the keg is still there. It has now been flipped over so the spigot is pointing up as opposed to down. And it just hasn't been clear from the table, but there's a tiefling that is standing on top of the table, and he's the one holding out the boot to you. And he's just kind of got this look of, "Hey, you back? You gonna use some more? Come on. It's waiting for you. Right here. Come on." Like, that's what his facial expressions say.
Dorak's gonna look at the boot and then look down at Valor in his arms and over at Noeon. He's gonna smile and he's gonna say, "I'm sorry, but I'm done for the night, my friends. We have a long journey tomorrow. But
Oh, boo!
please, party in my name."
Boo! Well, the tiefling looks up and you see he flashes this $1 million smile and says, all right, friends, we have made our new friends, the legends. Yeah, take the boot and continue on with the party. I shall be right back." And he steps down onto the bench and steps down onto the floor and makes his way towards you. He says, "Sir Stonefury, as a token of our benevolence, should we say, I would like to pay for your tab at the bar. It has been a while since we've seen such jubilation from the crowd."
Truly, you do not have to.
Oh, but I'd like to. It's not every day you see people cheering and expressing themselves with such joy in these days and age.
Well, I can't say no to that. I appreciate it.
Well, here, as he slaps you on the back, or pats you on the back, really, says, "You're welcome to drink with us anytime. We're here every other night, excuse me."
Yes, if our adventures do not interfere, I will take you up on this offer.
All right. Just know your name is carved right there. You and Valor and no one. They're right there, and
Yes.
he points up to the pillar.
How's it?
Dark.
Hey, Mindz.
Huh?
How's my name spelled?
It's Noone.
Okay.
Okay. Dark will say.
It's Noonie.
Noonie.
I probably shouldn't have someone who's been drinking a lot and carving the names in. Now that I think about it. But anyways, thank you, my new friend. I will have to go and speak to the tavern keep. We need some rooms, but I appreciate you.
Ah, of course. And if our paths cross again, my name is Kalis Van.
Hey, Sven.
I'm gonna
And,
type it out for
Dark.
you because that accent didn't sound like I wanted it to. But it's Kalis Varn.
Kalis.
Vern.
Okay. Well, Kalis, yeah, you know my name, but it is nice to meet you.
And you as well, my friend. Take care. And we will keep our eyes out for the new legends of the bar. Stone Fury! As he turns around and raises his arms, and everyone chants back, Stone Fury! And he goes back to drinking. Or goes back to join his comrades at the table.
All right. Dark's gonna look for, I guess the person who got our orders before.
Okay. The older lady who is taking
Yes.
orders. And you find her wandering around.
Excuse me. Do you know where we pay for some rooms for the night?
Yeah, how many rooms do you need?
Well, do you have one room with 4 beds?
With 4 beds? Actually,
Or
we
more.
do. Yeah. We have a couple party rooms. Yes, it'll be 10 silver for the night.
Perfect. And Dark will hand over 10 silver.
All right, give me 1 second. I will be right back with the key.
Thank you.
And she leaves. A couple minutes later, she comes back. She hands you a key. And you... Oh, it's right up the stairs. You're going to take the stairs. You're going to make a left. You're going to go 4 rooms down. Just it's the one right before the end on the right.
Up left. 4 rooms down to the right. Okay, I think I got it. Thank you.
Yes, have a good night. Breakfast starts at 7 in the morning.
Excellent,
Perfect.
thank you.
Alright, and then I will travel up with Valar and the rest of the party, I'm assuming.
Okay. And as you guys head up the stairs, you hear a voice louder than the rest. It's a familiar voice. If I weren't fighting the sea serpent, I was negotiating. And you walk down the hallway. You find the door, 4th door on the right. And you open it up, and there is a room that has 4 beds. And they're all in all 4 corners of the room. Each bed has its own footlocker. There's like a seating area. There's like 2 couches and 2 chairs that form kind of a square or a box around a center rug with a large fan overhead.
Mhm.
And there's a couple armoires, there's a full-length mirror, and then there's some artwork of the city, different parts of the city hanging up around the room, like 2 or 3 different pictures. But the beds are all large enough for Goliaths, so you can fit comfortably.
Nice.
Yes. This is a very clean room, contrary to what you may think with how rowdy it is downstairs. And it's quiet. There's something about the insulation here that you can't hear what's happening downstairs. This is like a sanctuary from the noise.
Not bad for 10 silver a night. Alright, I will lay Valor on one of the beds. And then go to sleep myself.
I like to think that you're like half dragging me in.
Yeah,
Stumbling. I really like to think I'm stumbling in. But Noeon's repeating, I'm Noeon. I'm not a heart. I'm Noeon. I'm not no one. I'm me. I'm Noeon.
Yes, and you are tired, so go to bed.
Is meditate time?
Yes, it's time to meditate in this bed right here. Hurry up, before you miss the chance.
And I'm going to sit on the bed and then like just sit against the wall, like sitting up with my eyes shut. I'm me. I'm going on. I'm not no one. Not no one.
Dorak will just with like 2 fingers just push Noeon over so they can fall and lay down on the bed.
And you kind of do that with your 2 fingers, and before you can even touch him, he's just falling. And his head hits the bed, and you don't hear any snoring, but he's out. He's out like a light. Now, Valor is still passed out, so I assume that you are just kind of laying him down on the bed, tucking him in, or laying him on top of the covers. You said that you were falling, getting into bed and falling asleep. Talion, are you doing the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys nod off to sleep after a very emotionally charged day. You wonder a few things. Whether or not you'll see Tube again in your travels, where Ernwig has been, what he's been up to, where to go next. You still haven't gotten any information about the Everplanes or the Devil's Spire. You do have a little bit more information about the jungles off to the east. But there hasn't really been much else done today. So you're trying to think of what the plan is for tomorrow as you nod off. The morning comes all too soon. You kind of feel like it's only been a couple minutes, but you feel rested. You guys all wake up feeling very energized. The beds were comfortable. You had full bellies. You were warm. Now, I don't know if Noeon and Valor tossed and turned because of their drunkenness, but either way, you guys feel refreshed after sleeping in these beds.
I will say, as soon as we get up in the morning, Noeon is noticeably more pale. If you even knew that was possible.
The antifreeze has now been diluted.
there's no mechanical difference, but alcohol does not sit well. Alcohol does not sit well with No Way On. Last time it was magic alcohol, and he stopped because he started seeing shit. He didn't start seeing shit this time. He didn't stop.
Last time it was alcoholic potions. This was just alcohol.
Yeah. No Way On is moving a little slow, but not quite exhaustion level slow.
Okay. But you don't feel it. You feel like you're fine.
Right.
Okay. Well, as you wake up, you get out of bed. You notice the rest of the party is still sleeping. But you smell some deliciousness from downstairs.
Before the party wakes up, I'm going to take care of myself.
Okay.
Just the way you said that so quickly.
I tried so hard not to say it.
The way you said it so quickly, too.
It was too good of a time.
Well, I hope Dorog. I'll say Dorog. You'll sleep for that.
Okay, so
man.
you find the corner, or are you doing it underneath the sheets?
That's
Still
the
a
real
little
question right
hungover. I'm just gonna sit on the bed.
All right.
Out in the open. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Are we rolling for stealth, or? I know you tend to be a private person. Are you trying to be stealthy? Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying. Can I do like disadvantage just to see?
Sure. Absolutely.
Can I give myself disadvantage on this?
Yes. Go ahead. Roll disadvantage.
I think it's so funny that I'm like slightly hungover. Oh, I didn't roll twice. Hold on. Well, that's not great. It's okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Go, crit fail.
Okay. So you begin taking care of yourself, and everybody else, No Way On, Dorok, and Talion, I would like you to tell me how you wake up hearing this noise.
Just like a squeak and like a tink every now and then. It's kind of rhythmic. Not really, but like.
Dorok will go from like sleeping to wake pretty quick, kind of like eyes pop open, and then like he looks towards the door, thinking that someone's just like opening and closing the door over and over again.
Do you do the Undertaker sit up?
Yeah, kind of, just like that.
Even better.
And then when he like finally looks over and looks at where the sound's coming from and looks over at No Way On.
I don't react.
Actively keeping your eyes shut.
Yep.
Yep.
But yes, Dorok, No Way On, or Dorok, Valor, and Talion, you all kind of are woken up by this squeakiness and like metal tinking sounds.
After him shooting up and like looking and seeing that it's No Way On, Dork's just gonna stare for like at least 30 seconds. Look, see that Talion has not even reacted, and then look over at Valor.
Okay.
You look at me and I look like I'm in pain. Is there a window in this room?
Yes, there is a window. It is opposite the door.
I'm gonna run to the window and throw up.
You're gonna run. Okay, well,
Throw him out the
here's where I want to
window.
know. The door's in the middle of the room. You have 4 corners. Who is sleeping in what corner?
Oh no!
Because you might need
I'll
to be
be
running.
sleeping in one of the ones by the door.
Okay, Talion's by
Okay,
the door.
I'm
I probably
assuming-
got thrown in the one across from the door, right next to that.
So I'm assuming it's like Talion in the corner, then it's Noeon, Dorok, and then Valor in the other corner.
Well, yeah, if Dorok and Valor are in the 2 far corners when you enter the room, then yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, the
okay.
back two. That's what I'm thinking.
that would make sense. So yeah, Valor, you just hop out of bed and you throw open the windows, and you kind of climb up a little bit and you puke out the window.
Oh, hopefully it doesn't hit anyone.
How much did I?
Hey, I'm walking it.
Wait, shouldn't I roll a hit?
No.
DM had disadvantage.
I have an advantage of a 19. Is the first one. So,
And
with
then
the-
a disadvantage, disadvantage, advantage, and then another disadvantage.
yes. So the advantage of a 19. So, Valor, luckily you don't hit anybody. But you look, and there was somebody that had just passed. You throw up, and it hits the ground about 10 feet behind somebody who had just walked past.
Oh, that was close. How much did I drink last night?
Advantage 18. Disadvantage DM2.
And then Dorok, like as you say that, it's like looking between you and Noeon. He's like-
Ed, what were we about to say?
Oh, I was just gonna say, and he's just gonna like a lot, and then he's just gonna keep looking at Noeon.
And to that point, you don't see what everyone's been joking about this entire time.
What do we see?
You see Noeon sitting there in the same clothes he was wearing yesterday. And in his right hand is what looks to be a set of like metal tweezers or like a screwdriver or something. But there's like 2 prongs on it. And his left sleeve is pulled all the way up to his shoulder. And where an arm would normally be, you still see a hand, a human-looking hand, with a notable cutoff, maybe about 2 inches down from the wrist into the forearm, where the skin just stops. And from there to the shoulder is a mess of wires and a silver wire frame that goes on the outside, and a greenish liquid you've seen when he bleeds is filled into what looks like a proper glass vial, maybe where the bone would be on the forearm. And it's surrounded by a bunch of wires and pulleys, and as you see his fingers move, those wires twitch in and out. Have you ever seen Edward Scissorhands?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
His fingers kind of move like that, the way the wires pull. But it's all hidden underneath where the hand, his left hand is. There's a mess of oils and canisters and tinctures in front of him. And he's very clearly been like tightening screws, loosening wires, trimming down frayed bits and things of that nature. But you see a metallic and wireframe arm in his left hand, and he, as soon as you stood up or sat up and looked at him, he didn't notice you. But when Valor stood up and started running, deer in the headlights, I'm just kind of staring at Dorok, like, oh, shit. Fuck.
The forbidden eye contact.
Yes.
Like
Prolonged eye contact.
well, no, it's the forbidden eye contact at a wall of urinals in the bathroom.
For real. After about 5 seconds of the silence between what you said and Valor puking and all of that ending,
I very quickly just gather all of my things without a word. I'm starting to just throw them all in a bag, and I pull my sleeve back down, and I look back and say, sorry.
Don't be sorry.
It's
fine.
okay.
Do you want some privacy?
No, but you're not scared.
Scared of what?
I mean, I knew you were Warforged, but if anything, I find it fascinating.
And plus, you're a stone fury.
You're normally scared.
I am? Me?
No, others.
What?
That's because they don't know that you have a good heart.
Stone Fury heart.
Yes, a stone fury heart.
I never had anyone other than Raydelia not try to run.
Did you want me to? I can.
Well, you
No.
kind of did.
You did. That's part of why. Still, I was very upset as a player. I was like, oh shit, fuck.
No, I was throwing up because I'm hungover, not because of you.
Normally people start sweating, and then they never come back to Redelia's office. At least when I'm there.
Listen, Noeon, you have nothing to worry about with us. You're one of us now. Nothing you do is gonna change that. Yeah.
Are friends scared of each other?
I don't think so. No. This doesn't change anything, okay, Noeon? However, if you do want some privacy, we can give that to you.
No,
But I don't want you to think that.
Raydelia wasn't scared, and if y'all aren't, then it's okay. I just didn't want you to get scared of me.
I'm gonna start fidgeting. Is it okay if I watch? This seems very fascinating.
He likes to watch.
You can.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I'll get back to it. In campaign art, real fast, it's a closer mix of the one with the green tube in it, with less like planty looking stuff, and the first one that doesn't have like the ball socket, that's just got the wires.
okay.
Those are the inspiration images I sent to the guy that did all of our art.
Well, Dark's gonna say, well, you continue taking care of yourself. I will go back to bed. Because it's not quite morning yet. And then he's gonna go back to bed.
But if you keep watching, I'm literally just like re-oiling my gears and like greasing up the wires that control my fingers to make sure they work and things like that. And it takes me maybe about 20-30 minutes total to get done with it all. It's the same amount of time that normally Dorak would be sharpening his weapons and taking care of all of his preparations every day.
I pull up a chair and watch Noeon take care of himself.
Yep. Other side of the room or like right in front?
At the end of the corner.
It's got to be in the corner. Yeah.
We are in and in.
He's gonna like be sitting on like on a love seat in the corner, drinking a glass of wine, legs crossed, and just be like, "Yes, go on, Noeon. You can take care of yourself."
More. But no, so this is what, every time I've made the joke, this is what Noeon's been doing. He spends about 20, 30 minutes a day taking care of his left arm's oil and parts rather than some others, rather than
Noeon,
like preparing weapons and stuff.
do both
Yeah.
of your arms look like this, or just this one?
Oh, no. And he'll lift up his other sleeve. No, it's just the left one. And you'll notice like a little cap, like closer to his shoulder blade, where when he lifts it up on the inside is probably the most intricate set of gears and wires you've ever seen. They're tiny. And there's a ton of them in there.
They're like watch level quality.
Right. So like that is the most intricate part is that. But in order for the rest of this, and he like gestures to his whole body, to function, I can't hurt this arm very much.
Oh. This is okay. It's important. Got it.
I have to keep. It's what allows my. You guys joke and call it stuff, but it's what allows my blood to pump.
Is
And move.
this your core?
No. Think of it like a that big keg that we had on the table yesterday. This
Oh.
is where the ale stays to pour from.
And in this metaphor, what is the ale?
The green liquid.
You don't know what it is?
Not really. Redelia said that I can make it and I don't have to. Oh, what did she say? I don't have to refill? But if I lose it, it's not easy to fix.
Okay. Tell you what. Whenever we fight, I'll keep an eye out for your arm. Make sure you don't hurt yourself.
Oh, I'll
overdo
be
it.
fine. That's why I have the shield.
You don't want a bracer or anything?
That's why I have the shield, the new one that Tassara
Right.
gave me.
That's cool. Hey, I'm gonna head downstairs and get some breakfast. You wanna come?
Yeah, I'm basically done anyways. I'll finish putting all my oils and like medical and not surgical but mechanical supplies back in my bag, and I'll follow down to get some
Tallying you
breakfast
up?
and then
Breakfast?
I just like grumble and roll over and move to sit up and just like, did you say food?
Yes.
Yes.
Duroc rises like the Undertaker again.
I no, before he does, I'm gonna throw my shoe at Dorak. Dorak! Throw my shoe.
Who is it? Who's attacking?
Breakfast.
Breakfast is attacking.
Come on, we got things
Oh,
to do.
breakfast. Oh, yes. Oh, he's gonna like get up.
I thought last
Breakfast,
week
the
I had
best morning
downloaded.
ambush.
I thought I had downloaded the sound of the bell for the Undertaker sitting up, but I didn't. Damn it. That would have been perfect right now.
Yep. Boom.
But yes. So,
You're just like, oh, frick.
so you guys hop out of bed, you grab your stuff, you head downstairs, and this overwhelming smell of bacon assaults your nose.
Yeah, bacon.
And downstairs you see that there is a buffet of bacon, some scrambled eggs. There is some toasted bread with butter and jam. There are a stack of pancakes that are just kind of, or a pan of pancakes, if you will.
A pan of pancakes.
Yes, it's a pan of cakes. But no, there's a number of different types of foods that are here on the table. There is a very nice spread of fruit as well. And some different greens and onions and tomatoes and other types of veggies as well, for like breakfast salads and whatnot, or omelets. But yeah, you guys are able to take what you want, and you sit down at one of the communal tables, and you guys are able to eat breakfast.
Hey, what are you doing down here? Breakfast.
Man, my head is killing me. Is my crown
Well-
still doing the thing, Mindz? Or circlet?
Where it's kind of vibrating?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Just wondering.
Now, give me a history check, or history or perception, your choice. Because you know that it stopped somewhere yesterday. You're trying
Definitely
to remember. Yeah, you're trying to remember where or when it did.
I'm gonna use a luck point just for the hell of it.
Okay. With a luck point.
God!
You rolled the exact same thing. That's
It's
impressive.
fated to
That's
be.
honestly
Fated
impressive.
to be.
Most impressive.
Alrighty.
That's a
But-
1 in 400 chance.
Yes, it is. So, you know that it stopped at some point yesterday. The last time you remember it having that, because you seem to have gotten used to it over the course of several days. You remember it on the ship. You don't remember feeling it after you got off the ship.
Remember it on the ship. Okay, got it.
So you can't remember if it was still vibrating when you were in the tavern or when you were drinking. You certainly don't remember it last night because you were drunk. But the last time that you can say with certainty that you remember it was on the boat itself.
Okie doke. Alright, so I take a fistful of bacon, shove it in my mouth, and then while I'm chewing on the bacon, I open up my notes. So,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look.
sorry.
We can't understand you.
I was saying, I wanted to share what I found what the tavern keeper told me. So, I found out some of the names of the jungles on the eastern continent. There's the Savage Shroud, there's Bizarre, and there's Kangu Noho. And then, I asked them about if he knew any item shops or component shops. Because I figured the items we're looking for are components. They're super rare components, but I kind of figured, you know, maybe like people that work with components would be like, would know about them even if they don't have them. So I was thinking maybe we can like ask them about it. and so they pointed me to the direction of a shop called Rune Raiders Relic Shop. And I'm hoping we can get more information there. But I was thinking, based on what we know, I think we should go to the jungles first, because we have no way of keeping the flower warm, and we have like no leads on anything else so far. I'm gonna shove another fist of bacon in my mouth.
Well, it seems we can go to this magic shop. If not, we can travel to the Vales, Albar, whatever that city is, to get to the jungles first.
Right. It was Vales Elbar, right?
Sure.
So that's where we're headed then?
Well, did you want to see the shop first, Valor?
Yeah, hopefully they know something, and if not, we might find an item that can keep the flower warm. But I also get that that's more of a long shot.
Well, you miss all the shots you don't take.
Hey, where'd you hear that from?
I just came up with it. It's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really good.
Dark's gonna like smile widely and nod. What do you think, Noyan? Pretty good, isn't it?
You miss all the shots you don't take?
Yes.
Well, you can't miss them if you didn't take them. You didn't miss. You just didn't do anything.
Well, it's like saying if you don't take an opportunity, then you never know what could have happened.
It's a long pause. I think I get it.
Okay. That's good. So where is the shop, Valor? Do you have directions?
Yeah. It's in the western side of town, next to a church.
West by a church. Well, might as well head there now.
Now, to be clear, you guys are already on the western side of town.
So we never looked for the church. I thought we were in the southern. Wait, I thought we were in the southern part of town.
You
No,
are
wait.
on the western
Southern
side
part of the
of South
continent,
Park.
on the northern continent, but on the western of the town.
If you look at
West
the
of
map,
the north.
the
I
harbor's
hate
on the
that
west.
entire sentence.
Now, let's see if this makes sense to
So
you.
Southport is in the
looking
north.
at the map.
But
Looking
we're
at the map.
also in the west. No, I
You're-
get it. I do understand it. I just
Yes.
hate the way that was phrased.
Oh, of course. You're on the
We're the
western
least.
side of the southern port of the northern continent.
Anyway,
And in the city of that direction, we're on the west side of the city.
Yeah, the western side of the southern port of the northern continent.
Yeah, we're on the
the
southern
southwest
side of the
corner.
northern continent named Southport on the west side of town. Oh, my bad. West side of town.
Okay. Well, have you
shut up
seen
now.
any church as we walked around? Because I haven't.
can we like go walk out, and look around?
Sure.
I'm gonna go walk out and like take a look around town.
Okay. Are you all following, or are you just letting him wander?
I'll
Oh, I'll go follow. I got nothing to do at the moment other than go with the party.
That's
Well,
true.
Valor, this is not going to be like where you're rolling the dice and going kind of in random directions like it was in Endor Findal. You're going to wander around and you're going to find a number of different places, but nothing looks correct. But again, you're wandering, you're trying to find something. It takes a
I'm
while.
hoping to
Mhm.
find like some high ground to see if any of the buildings look like a church.
Most of the buildings are 4 stories tall or more. So trying to find high ground is going to be very difficult. I'm just going to say that after about 20 minutes of literally wandering in random directions, you find that there is a narrow side street that you are passing through just to try and get to the other side. And tucked away on that narrow side street, you see a squat stone building whose facade is covered in hundreds of carved symbols. Some are glowing a faint blue, others are pulsing softly like embers of a fire. But many of them just appear completely inert, turned off. There's a wooden sign above the entrance that depicts an old stone tablet split by a chisel, revealing a glowing runes within. And on that sign it says RR, like Rolls Royce, but there's a third one. So it's RRR, and they're all just kind of, they look like interlocked rings.
RRR. Ooh, Rune Raider's relic. Guys, I think this is it.
Neat.
Seems promising, I guess.
More. Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys walk inside, and as you do, there's no doorbell or anything, but you hear, seemingly coming from both behind you and in front of you at the same time, you hear this warm wind chime noise. There's no visible wind chimes. As you look around to figure out where the sound is coming from, you see a glowing rune that is just above the doorway, pulsing or flashing. And now the shop feels more like an archaeological workshop than a storefront. Right? Every wall is lined with shelves containing different stone tablets, fragments of stone, carved bones, metal plates, driftwood, pottery shards, and books that are, some of them have sketches of different symbols on them. Some pieces are labeled and kind of, they have a catalog tag hanging from it, and others are just kind of covered in notes that you can't really discern their meaning. There's long workbenches that dominate the center of the room, magnifying lenses and chisels of every imaginable size. You see there's a bunch of different colored powders and some bottles of ink with some tiny brushes that are scattered about some of the tables. You guys smell lamp oil, cedar shavings, and dust.
This is awesome.
And from the back of the store, there's a dwarf that comes walking out, or walking to the middle of the room. He's a middle-aged dwarf with chestnut skin, kind of weathered from, excavation, it looks like. Right? He's got a long silver beard as opposed to red or brown. And it's divided neatly into 6 different braids. Each is secured with an engraved copper ring that has different letters, different runes on them. He's got thick glasses that are constantly sliding down his nose as he's walking, and he keeps pushing it up. His leather apron is stained with soot, ink, stone dust. And you see that his fingers are actually scarred on every single one of his fingertips. But despite his age, his eyes are bright with curiosity, and you can see he's fascinated by the new faces that he's looking at.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Welcome to Rune Raiders Relics. What can I do for you?
Hi. I was wondering, do you deal with or sell components?
Components. You know, we have quite a few magical items in here, but no, we normally deal with just runes.
Runes.
Protection runes, offensive runes, evocation runes, abjuration runes. However, we do have a few magical items and properties, but components, I don't believe so. What are you looking for exactly?
Well, have you heard of any of these? I'm gonna jot down like a quick list, just like of the name of the components we're looking for, and
Okay.
I'm gonna hand it to him. Have you heard of any of these before?
Okay. Now he's
Some
gonna
of these
look.
are kind of rare, but I was told that maybe you could help.
Now, it's you jotted down just the names, correct? Or the names and
Yeah,
the
like-
descriptions, or
Like I'm like literally just like ripped out like a sheet of my
shopping
notebook,
list?
just, like jotted down like a shopping list, like the names.
okay.
I'm not like describing what it's for or like where to find it. I'm just asking like if he's
Okay.
familiar with it.
Okay. He goes. He looks at the list and kind of looks up at you, and he's looking. He goes, "No, can't say that I have. However, let me go in the back. Let me pull out some of the magic items we have. See if any of those will actually help." And he disappears in the back. And he
Well,
comes
he like
out.
disappears at the back.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry guys, I thought there'd be a clue towards the other stuff.
But perhaps he has some sort of rune that can apply heat to something for a while. Dwarf will
Maybe.
wink at Valor.
Okay. So he comes back out and he brings a couple different things. And at first he pulls out a box of chalk. And he goes, "This here is rune chalk. You use it to mark a rune, and then it performs magical properties when it's triggered." He goes, "Maybe you can use it
Fascinating.
for a rune of location. It can help you find what you're looking for."
Oh, that's
does-
smart.
How does that work?
Well, you mark a rune, and the rune tells you tell the rune what you're looking for, and that it will lead you there. It lights up and glows when you get close.
Fascinating.
Yes, and if that one doesn't tickle your fancy, you have this. And he pulls out a steel plate, and it's got a rune that kind of looks like a small flame. And he goes, "You see this?" And he pulls out, or he separates it. There's two of them that are kind of stacked on top of each other. And he says, "These are for fun." And he sets one down on the counter and he motions for you to follow, and he goes outside into the alleyway.
Okay, I
He
follow.
goes, I don't know if you're looking for something like this, but as he holds the plate vertical, so it's facing, it's like, you take like a frisbee and turn it on its edge, so you're holding it against your chest, right? And then he goes, and you see that he's careful. He grabs and consolidates, or grabs his beard and makes sure it's behind the plate. And then he presses the magical rune in the center of the plate. And then he immediately takes his hand away and grabs the side of it. And from the middle of this plate spews a 15-foot long cone of flame.
Whoa.
and it lasts for about 5 or 6 seconds or so, and then it stops, and he then takes the plate, and he waves it a little bit, kind of like you're waving a Polaroid picture, the photograph, so that it will dry and show the thing to kind of cool it down. He goes, oh, it needs to be recharged, but this is what I do for fun when I'm bored. And
These runes are very impressive.
Then he goes back into the shop. And then he pulls out another thing, and it is a single nail. And you see him, he says, have you ever seen one of these, my boy?
A nail?
A thunder nail. And you see him, and he takes the nail, and he grabs a hammer. He's got a little ball peen, and he hammers it into the wood itself. And he goes, cover your ears. He says it to all of you that are in the shop.
Mm.
And he snaps. And when he snaps, there is a thunderous boom, and you feel the ground beneath you shake. But it sounds like a thunderclap, but much, much louder.
These runes are impressive. How much are they?
Well, it depends on what you're looking at. This nail here is 30 gold. The flame plate that I showed you, that's 15 gold.
What about the locating rune?
The chalk that you use for the locating runes, that's 25 gold.
25.
But
How does that one work again?
you draw a rune of relocation, and you think about what you're trying to locate in the, and then it glows when you get closer.
It glows when you get closer. Do I have to draw it on something then, or do I draw it on the ground, or?
You draw it on a piece of anything that you carry with you.
What do you think, guys?
I do like the idea of this location going. I did have a question, sir. Do you by any chance have some sort of thing that could keep something warm?
Warm? You mean like the flame plate?
No. Less heat, but for a longer period. Like, for example, keeping your food warm for a very long time.
Like a warming drawer.
Kind of, yes.
No. However, the last thing I was planning on showing you was this, as he dips down beneath the desk and he's pulling something out from obviously a shelf that is kind of behind the counter there. And you hear a drawer open, locks clicking, and some sort of a heavy box kind of being slid out from a metal chest. He has a small wooden case that he's carrying in both hands. As he lifts it up and sets it down on the counter, he flips it around and he gently opens the top of this case. Not with the flourish of a salesman, mind you, but kind of, he's taking care of it like he's a museum curator. Inside the box rests a cylinder, about 8 inches tall, fashioned from brushed silver and polished walnut. There are intricate runes that are spiraling around its surface. and they almost kind of resemble a flowing script. And at the center of this circular crystal, no larger than a coin, but it faintly glows with a pale blue light. The dwarf smiles at you and says, "Now, this," as he adjusts his spectacles for the 30th time. He runs a finger over one of the carved runes. "Most runes tell magic what to do. This one tells the world what not to do." And he kind of chuckles a little bit quietly. He goes, "A subtle distinction, but a very, very important one." He twists the lid a quarter of a turn, and the runes all around it brighten. The air inside of it gets lit up by this blue glow from the coin-sized crystal at one end of this cylinder. As he lifts out the one side of it, the cap, he then reaches out to Valor. So very slowly. "May I?"
Oh, okay.
And he plucks a hair from the top of your head.
Ow.
And you see that he holds it carefully between his index finger and his thumb. And his other 3 fingers are up. He's kind of making the OK symbol, right? And he slowly places the hair inside the cylinder. And he slides it in, but as it crosses the threshold at the top of this cylinder, it slides in, and he stops once his finger is all the way in there and lets go of the hair. And the hair is floating in the middle of this canister. He then replaces the lid and turns it a quarter turn, and the blue glow now it turns off. It just goes back to a faint glow, but the hair is locked, stuck in there. It's not moving. It's stuck, floating in the middle of this canister.
What's it doing?
You see, my boy, time is a difficult thing. Nearly impossible to stop. Impossible for us, anyway. And he pats the container affectionately. This doesn't stop time. It simply convinces the world to ignore what happens inside.
Oh.
And
How much is this?
now he says it's not indestructible, nor is it limitless. But if you possess something that you simply must remain exactly as it is, there are few finer vessels in all of Tyvas. Truth be told, I'd rather keep it. Unfortunately, old scholars have an unfortunate habit of needing money.
I find myself with the same habit.
He slides the container towards you, Valor, and says, "Take good care of it. They stopped making these a very, very long time ago."
Of course.
Now,
How much is it?
consider it a gift, but I expect you to bring me back something at some point worth as much as you value this at.
Okay. You have my word. I'm gonna reach out and like take his hand. I want to hold in like in the arm grab, where like you like hold someone's hand, but you like grab their
Grab the
forearm.
wrist. Okay. He does the same thing. And you feel something happening on your wrist. And as you pull back, you notice you now have a rune that's been marked on your skin. Not burned or drawn with ink. You have a faint glowing mark of some sort of magical rune on your wrist.
What is
The unbreakable vow.
Unbreakable vow.
Don't
What is
let me
this?
down. And he just kind of smiles at you.
I won't.
Good. Well, is there anything else I can get for you while you're here?
Guys, should we get that location rune?
I think it would be very helpful, so we don't have to wander the jungle for weeks and weeks.
How much was it again?
25.
I have 21.
Well, we can all split it.
I don't have very much. But
Uh,
I can help.
We can split it 5. Oh.
Hmm.
Right.
How much gold did he say again?
25.
25?
I
I'm gonna
can
reach into
cover
my
it.
bag. I'm gonna reach into my bag. I have these. I'm gonna hold up 2 coins.
Two gold coins?
That's all I got.
I was gonna suggest splitting it 5
or
ways, and I remembered 2 ways not here.
Yep.
Dark's gonna
I
look
know.
at the pitiful 2 gold in Noyan's hand, and he's just gonna push the 2 gold coins back into his coin purse and say, "It's okay, I can cover for you." And he's
I
gonna
hand
give
over 15 gold.
Woo!
Money back.
Ooh, Talion over here is big box. Dark will give over the rest for so 10.
Okay. And he hands you the box of chalk. And the box has 4 pieces of chalk in it. And this dwarf, who you find out the name of, Aster, teaches you how to draw this rune. And he lets you know it has to be at least 3 inches. The object you're drawing it on has to be at least 3 inches tall by 3 inches wide. So it has to be at least a 3 by 3 inch surface.
Write that down.
It is a single rune, and you can tell it to emit a noise. You can have it vibrate, or you can have it glow or pulse with whatever color light you wish. But those are the 3 ways that you can get it to alert you to its triggering.
Very useful.
Talk these are location. And what does he do again? Your location rune? How were the 3 methods of like the alarm?
It will either
Second right there.
vibrate, it will emit a sound that is audible of up to 30 feet away, or it can flash different colors or whatever. It'll flash a single color that you get to pick, but you have to tell it what it's triggering on.
How long does it last after I activate it?
After it activates for the first time, it will.
Yeah, because 3 uses, right? How long is it a use?
Once you draw the rune, it will stay active for up to 2 years.
Damn!
Now, if you find something or get close to it and it triggers, you will then have to find a way to recharge it, either with another set of chalk, or he says there are different ways to recharge runes. but he doesn't have any of the materials needed to do so. At least in stock.
Okay. Thank you so much. This was a great. Thank you.
Oh, you are very welcome. I'm glad you stopped by. Oh, and by the way, the materials in order to recharge a rune are mercury and silver ink.
Okay.
Mercury.
Maybe we can find some. Mercury.
Boxing
worth?
Day.
How much worth?
Well, you'll need about this much silver powder combining with mercury to make the mercury and silver ink. And this much is about a tablespoon. It's a larger than a if you make a circle with your thumb and index finger, it's about that much.
I mean, like, you know how like spell components say like a gold coin worth of this material? Is it something like that?
It'd be about a gold coin worth of silver powder and probably 2 gold coins worth of mercury. I'm talking volume, not necessarily value. Does that make sense?
Right.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, can I grind up a silver coin?
If it's pure silver, sure. If it's a silver alloy, no.
Okay. So, do I know if my silver coins are alloy or
Most silver coins are alloy.
Oh, okay.
You'd have to get like silver ore in order to do that.
Oh, okay. Understand. All right. Well, it seems we can either head out now. And
Before we leave, I move to ask, and I pull out my notebook from my pocket and like swipe back a few pages. Can you please point me in the direction of Elsha Fenright's shop?
Elsha Oh, the cartographer.
Yes, sir.
It's been years since I've been there. Her shop is, I want to say, on the eastern side. Right near the entrance.
Excellent. Thank you.
Of course. Just know if you
know a place where I can get some ink.
if you go outside the walls, you've gone too far.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right. Now, as you guys exit, you hear the same warm, kind of wind-chimey sounds that you heard when you first walked in. And again, it's kind of jarring because you don't expect it, and there's nothing that should show that there's chimes anywhere, but the sound seems to be coming from all around you at the same time. But you walk out in what I assume is the direction of Elsha Fenright's shop, where you go you're going north a little bit to the main road, and then following the main road all the way out to the final wall where you can get to Elsha's shop.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the plan, or do you guys want to do anything else?
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Yeah, I'll follow along for sure.
I don't have anything.
Okay. Well, I don't know why this won't let me. Up here, out this direction, and you guys are going to end up here, and that is where we're going to call tonight's session. Thank you all for coming in and playing. Unfortunately, we are temporarily, maybe, saying goodbye to Chubei. Ernwig, I don't believe, is going to continue on with the campaign, so we will be finding a way to send him off with a good farewell as well. But for the four of you, we will see you all next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a great time watching the World Cup if that's what you're doing, and we'll see you the night before 4th of July.
Yes. Bye, everyone.
We might be hearing fireworks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
By Viscera's word, we take the road, bearing questions, not the code. We search the groves, the stone, the stream, for signs half seen, for broken dreams. The land remembers what we do not. Scars still burn where the cision wrought. Old seams breathe where worlds once tore, and leave behind what was not.